Hi guys, I'm RiggyRob, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of The Witcher 3, also known as RiggyRob's RPG Ramble. So last time we played, we kind of carried on cleaning up some side quests around in Skellige. We got some Witcher contracts done, some normal side quests in Skellige done. And today is going to be more of the same. I have a lot of quests and treasure hunts and notes to do. So you can see you've got lots of stuff here, and Witcher contracts. I'm back in Novigrad actually because there's a lot of level appropriate Witcher contracts here now, and we'll go back into Skellige once we get a little bit higher up. And I've got a lot of treasure hunt stuff, but I haven't actually got around to reading the notes for it. So the first part of this stream is going to be reading through all the notes I have, clearing them all out. Because otherwise I just won't do it, and I'll forget, and I'll put it off, and I'll just, it won't get done. So, back on the mainland then, yes we are, we're kind of at the right level for the Witcher contracts now, but I'm going to start off with the scavengers, notes, and treasure hunts, and whatnot. Because I've got all these quest items in my inventory, and they're just taking up space, being, unread. So, let's start, shall we? Let's see. So, contracts we don't need to read because they're already tracked as part of the quest. Gwent stuff, yep. Contract Shrieker. God knows what on, yep. Okay. Monster from the Swamp. Alright, Witcher Wanted. Let's see. I guess the notice board stuff is all in the other section and it's the actual quest items section I need to do. Let's see. The Curious Cases of Virtuous Vega. Can there be such a thing as a virtuous whore? Vega asked herself this question each and every morning, and each morning swore she would prove to the world that practicing the world's oldest profession does not preclude virtue. This determination not only to her own troubles, but also those of Gaspard de Bruel, her mother's longtime friend, who, as a personal favour, had hired Vega to work in his establishment, the Golden Garter. Poor Gaspard had to listen to the constant complaints of customers who would charge into his office in a huff about Vega's behaviour. Yet the girl clung firm to her principles and her ironclad drive to see them through. She would never perform with any light slit and would avert her gaze with a powerful blush upon catching sight of the male member. Gaspard's greatest headache, however, was the fact that virtuous Vega never ever accepted any payment for her services. Wow, that's pretty bad. You get paid a job to do something, and you don't actually get paid. Ooh, that's rough. Alright. So yes, I can see there's a lot of quest item markers on these notes now, so we'll just go through the whole list. Hopefully, I don't have to read 112, but who knows. Okay, completed letter. Crumpled letter. Jan, come back to me, I'm begging you. Each day is more dangerous than the last. There's strange men lurking outside the house. Watching me, carrying weapons. I'm afraid they know something about our stash of valuables and are waiting for a chance to rob us, or worse. I remember what you wrote earlier, that you can't abandon your post now, that they owe you back pay, that if you don't wait, the coin's gone for good. But what would you rather be, a rich widower or a poor husband? You're Haley, or Hallie. Okay. Unsent letter. Dear Elka, thank the gods fools believe in them. We've made good use of the fact twice now. Firstly, when we stole that load of silver from the temple, No one was watching it, because who would be brave enough to risk the god's wrath by desecrating such a holy place? And then we hid it all in the ruins said to have been cursed by the elven gods. No one goes near there, no one even looks at them too closely, so we didn't even really have to hide it, as treasure's safer there than in the Vivaldi Bank. We'll spend the night in the woods, then I'll ride to Novigrad, find a buyer for the whole stash. We're going to be rich, Elka, rich! And maybe then I'll throw something in the plate, a token of my gratitude to superstition and stupidity. Your Edgar. Yeah, 112 notes is quite a lot, isn't it? I'm hoping that these are getting ticked off as I read through them as well. Message from Carlo Varese. Witcher, I've heard about your victory in the Vagelbuds derby. Such talent shouldn't go to waste. In fact, it needs to develop. And to make sure it develops, it needs to be generously rewarded. If you're interested in either development or the reward, come visit me at my usual headquarters, Varese. So this is actually about a horse racing quest line. And I got this after finishing off a horse race. I was like, oh. So there's an actual quest associated with doing the horse racing. So I'm like, oh, cool. Carlo Varese, we will meet you much later down the line, I imagine. Alright. Script. Bandit, feeling threatening. Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves. Crimson Avenger. Oh, hang on. I've already read this. Yeah, this is the... Hang on. This is the script for Dandelion? Was it? Who was trying to protect a wench. He used the Crimson Avenger. 'Tis I, the Crimson Avenger! No, not the Crimson Avenger. Alright. Okay. Appeal to Sir Geralt of Rivia, the bridge his crest. Geralt of Rivia, at the behest of our merciful sovereign, her illustrious Grace Anna Henrietta, we have journeyed to the northern realms to lay before you our mission. A terrible monster has appeared in the Duchy of Toussaint, a beast that has committed heinous crimes against her Grace's subjects. Only the most famous among witches has the ability to destroy the beast. Thus we humbly beseech you to appear in the village of Holloway, where we shall await you in full hope that you will die to hear of our woes and liberate our land from the clutches of fear. Your humble servants, Sirs Palmerin de Lonfort and Milton de Peyrac-Peyran, knights in the service of her Grace and the Duchy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've actually already read this, so I don't know why it's coming up here now. I think I might have to go through this way and mark it off, because I get the grey thing to say you've already read this. The green sentence says you've already read this, and it greys out as well, so maybe I need to do it this way instead. So I've already read that. Prince Adrian's Journal. Kyan performed wonderfully. It's a shame, of course, that Professor Gloger disappeared somewhere in the ruins of Estaya, along with the rest of the elven diagrams, but those sketches for a steel sword alone are worth as much as a village in southern Redania. We've split the takings equally as per our agreement. I kept the diagram for the silver sword, while Kyan took the crossbow diagram. I must admit I didn't exactly need every member of the expedition's head preserved in vinegar, but they do constitute impressive proof of Kyan's conscientiousness and professionalism. The Witcher swore none of the archaeologists would leave Estaya alive, and none did. All the more shame, then, that Kyan didn't accept my offer. As my personal bodyguard, he would never have wanted for a thing. Steady pay, caviar and strawberries for breakfast, lobster for lunch, daily baths, a court surgeon and courtesans of both sexes for all his needs. And if he still lacked for anything, he would have had to but knock on my chamber door. He must very much love all that trudging around the world, because I do not believe Jacob of Dembic could have dangled a better offer than I did. Really now, Jacob of Dembic? A second-rate captain transporting whores to dockside Novigrad pimps for a fistful of crowns? With any luck, sooner or later a storm will sink that leaky tub of his, and Kyan will return to me tail between his legs. Illegible scribbling. Scrubbed, illegible. Waxing, illegible, illegible. Blade, oil, illegible. Devil's puffball, illegible. Contortions. Ink visibly fresher than previous entries, many years must have passed. I have heard the Flying Deer, the vessel in which Kyan was sailing, wrecked off the coast of the Grassy Knoll. Was it my curse? Not bad for a beginner. Perhaps I should think about enrolling at Banard. We've got Lita Phoenix here. Says, oh hi, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. The majority of the start of the stream is going to be basically just reading through all these notes I have. Shouldn't be 112, but it will be a lot. But thanks for joining in. And Harry says, Toussaint. I'm looking forward to Blood and Wine. Only a year and a half till you get there. I think a year and a half's a bit optimistic, to be honest. Especially seeing as I'm clearing out all these quests, these notes here. But we'll see. Maybe the stream will go a little bit longer and get all done. Alright, so. Adelbert Kermith's third map. As per our Professor Atomstein's instructions, I will not be conducting further explorations of the sites where I discovered pictograms relating to the Cat School of Witches. These pictograms are identical to the one which the Professor found in the caverns underneath Temple Isle. Adelbert Kermith, adjunct in natural history at the Oxford Academy. That's fairly short and sweet. Eternal Fire Letter of Safe Conduct. To whom it may concern, let it be known that the bearer of the present document may enter and leave the free city of Novigrad at will, both during the day and at night, and shall for no reason be perturbed, harmed, harassed, or molested in any way. His Holiness Hierarch Himmelfart. I thought I already had one of these letters from Siggy Reuven. Why have we got another one? Bloody letter. Field Agent... XIIE32 alias Beanpole executing Order 122245 according to Procedure 46D to be delivered personally to the Commander of Intelligence Cell Cardinal. The Renegade Knights trail leads to the Novigrad region. They took control of a nearby Fizztech manufactory upon arrival. Perhaps this is what brought them to the region. Have occupied prime observation position. Drop box has been prepared. In case of unforeseen complications, the agent sent to track us down will find it in the pond visible from the observation tower near the village of Morin. Regarding the Knights, here a big risk might reap big rewards. We suggest offering them Imperial Gold for their services. With Radovid having dispersed their order, the Knights prowl the land like common bandits, scavenging for their upkeep. And now they hate HRM Radovid with a violent passion. They'd gladly take our coin and even more gladly destabilize the Redanian army's rearguard. This they'd do far better than any partisans, worth considering. Agent Shinetop is still out on his mission, no word from him for several days. Waiting for further instructions, postscript written in blood. Wait in hell, Nilfgaardian whore, and you're next, Agent Shinetop. Notice board contracts will be in your unread category till you read them again. Really? Well, I'm going to keep that in the other section, I guess, then. Pastoral Diary of Father Gladefried. Journal is covered in blood, heavily damaged, only last page can be made out. My wanderings for the fire's glory next took me to preach to Brunwick, the village curled round the lake, and lo and behold, what did the most holy flames illuminate for me there? A hive of hardened heathens, too lost in sin to lift a cursed finger to care for the hearth of the eternal fire. Filled with divine wrath, I asked them, why is your chapel in such a sorry state? Why is your cemetery all covered in weeds? Their response, ghosts! Curses fallen upon hallowed ground. They blame it on the elderman's wife, say she went mad from riches, and illegible fragment. Ever since that tragedy, chapels lain in ruins, with no one daring to go near. So the task falls on me to guide these foolish lost sheep back on the righteous path, and away from the rubbish they believe. I intend to enter the chapel alone, armed with only the torch of the eternal fire to light my path, and see what just lurks within. He's dead. Alright. Knut Kreutzmann. Kulik Kulikov and his men are busy preparing the hunt, so I have a few moments to write up this whole incredible affair. Week back, I arrived in Oxenfurt after a long journey and found I'd received a letter from my barrister. My aunt Helena had finally passed on and left all her belongings, including her hut outside Novigrad, to me. The letter included a copy of her will and a key to the chest in which she had stashed her savings. Remembering how my dear auntie would serve her guests only bread and water, I was sure she managed to save a hefty stash of coin during her long and miserly life. So I raced off in a flash to my aunt's hut to pay my respects at her grave, and while there, take a gander at what's in that chest. But when I got there, the hut was in ruins, and the neighbouring peasants were claiming a griffin had nested on my aunt's lands. So there I was, a fortune in arm's reach, and not a way to get at it. So I went back to Oxenfurt and raced to the alchemy fast as my feet would take me, for I'd heard the famous Kulik Kulikov and his crew were watering their horses there after their latest adventure. We agreed terms quick enough that they'd get a portion of what we found in the chest, and set off to exterminate this ploughing pest of a griffin. Now I'm sitting and watching Kulikov's lads arm the ballista, writing this all down to calm my nerves and pass the time. Fun's about to start. Wow. That's a very organised team there. That's the appeal we've already read. That's the script. Carlo Veresi. Bolton Dubice's notes. Advice to my fellow tradesmen, never take on a phylactery repair job. Unless, that is, you don't mind sleepless nights. Don't be fooled by the infernal contraption's uncomplicated appearance. I have been struggling with this blasted phylactery for 2 weeks now. I have used every tool I own, every trick I have ever learned, and I am no pink-cheeked novice, having practiced this trade for a good 30 years. I will next try applying a concentration of chestnut, but I have little hope it will do anything. Did that mean it exploded or what? Marauder's notes. Last week, the three of us grabbed this traveller. Looked like the kind of cowardly fuck starts shitting his breeches at the first sight of you. But seems looks can be deceiving. Bastard started waving a sword. Cut my ear off and sliced Olaf's arse so deep he's got an extra crack. Except the new one's horizontal. Ooh, ouch. Then he smacked Ivor in the forehead with the hilt. Poor sod still dizzy. We snuffed him in the end, of course. Every fellow's doomed when he's outnumbered. But it turned out he had a handful of coins in his pouch, a copper ring on his finger, and that's it. We lost out on that robbery. Paid more to the herbalist for patching up than took from the whoreson. So afterwards Olaf said, why the devil risk our necks waiting around for the travellers when gold's literally sitting right under our feet, buried with the dead? A corpse can't defend itself, so the risk of injury's nil. No need to wait around all day till somebody walks by. There's already a couple dozen someone's waiting for us, lying in their graves, each one marked out like veg at a grocer's. So I gave it a good think and concluded Olaf's talking sense. So starting tomorrow we're going to stay off the roads and do our looting in the graveyard instead. Wow. They turned from normal bandits into graveyard robbers. That makes a lot of sense, actually. There's a lot less risk involved. Horizontal book crack, wow. Okay, let's see. Unsent letter. Another letter. See, this is another reason why I'm trying to read through all these notes now, is because a lot of it is just read letter, read notes, and it's not like a specific thing, so I can't like easily find it in the inventory. So, collect the goods from the same crate as usual. If you get it to the drop-off on time, you'll get the full sum we agreed to. If you get it there no later than a week after we agreed, you'll get half. If you're later than a week, you're dead. Hugo. P.S. Don't want any witnesses. If someone notices you, kill them first, ask questions later. Wow, that's a bit harsh. Okay, let's go through this. Unsent letter. My dear Papa, the wedding's over. It's done. It didn't go exactly like I'd imagined as a little girl, but, well, you always taught me to make the most of what I've got. We're travelling now, so I'll send this letter as soon as we arrive. I'll start with what I'm sure interests you the most. Financial matters. As I'm sure you've noticed, a few crowns have gone missing from your lockbox, the cupboard's a couple silver plates lighter, and your jewellery box isn't near as full as it once was. I took it. As my dowry. No doubt much less than you'd have given had I but found myself a worthy partner, but tough, that's life. Kurt, or as you like to call him, that good-for-nothing bare-assed lazybones, is now my husband, and your daughter's precious purity, which you cared about more than her feelings, tears or pleadings, well, it's only a memory now. We'll soon arrive at our destination. Naturally, I won't tell you where exactly that is, just in case you get it into your head to come visit. Wherever it is, know your silver will be enough to set up a nice home. That's important because I'm expecting a child. Are you glad? I doubt it. You always said poor matches only produce mutts and scoundrels, so it's a good thing you'll never have to see this one. Your little girl, Jeanette. Whew, bit of a family rift there. Oh, Big Harry makes a good point. Grave robbers have to deal with necrophages a lot. So yeah, it's probably a lot easier to deal with humans then. Alright, crumpled notes. I always said Muskie was a clever pup. Oh, that good old Elon Muskie. He understands more words than quite a few men. He can do all sorts of tricks. Sit, roll over, and if you give him a scrap of bacon, he'll even shake your hand. But today, why, he's outdone himself today. I look, and there's good old Muskie, running in from the field carrying something in his mouth. I think maybe it's a hare. I'll be able to whip up a stew, sell the fur. But no, it was a sack. All covered in blood, so no wonder he sniffed it out. I look inside, and inside there's a key. A little one, all engraved and ornamented, like this fits some fancy chest or box. So I think, maybe there's treasure hidden hereabouts, and that's what this key's for. So I think I'll go for a walk, see what I can see. If I find it, I swear to Melitele, Muskie's going to eat nothing but veal for the rest of his days. That blood on the sack's got me a bit worried though. But I'll take a thick club with me, so if anything pops out the bushes, it'll get a thumping. You don't live but once, you might as well take some risks, I always say. Yeah, he dead. A thick club is all he took? Not even a sword. Well, I suppose peasants don't get swords. Oh well. Bloodstained documents. I've stopped the bleeding. I need to collect my thoughts. I could go for help. There's a village not far. I can hear dogs barking, but people would see what uniform I wear. They'd ask what I was doing in the swamps. They'd figure it out. They'd take everything, maybe kill me. This is Velen, after all. I've lost a quart of blood, maybe more. If the wound is still clean come dawn, I should pull through. I'll leave at daylight, maybe then the drowners won't attack. I'll bury the treasure and head to Novigrad. Should be able to find a decent man there to patch me up, someone who won't ask questions, who doesn't care if you're a deserter. All that's left to me now is to pray that no one sees the tracks I left, that they don't follow the blood trail and find the treasure. But no one will come through here, I hope. Everything will be fine. Okay. Bit of an internal struggle there for a deserter. Nilfgaardian notes. Join the army, they said. You'll kill Nordlings, they said. You'll carry the great sun banner to the Dragon Mountains. You'll make the Emperor proud. So I enlisted, and they sent me to Velen. If this is what the whole north is like, then I swear it on all the gods I don't have a clue why we're even bothering. Nothing but filth, clap, and graves. I've been sitting here for 2 months. Haven't seen a single Redanian yet. Instead of fighting, they got us running errands, each stupider than the last. Now the sergeant sent us to find some chest. Baubles robbed from the Nordling seams. Fell off a wagon as the transport was heading south. I've been wandering this swamp for 3 days now. Only thing we found was a hole-riddled boot and a cow's skull. What a waste. But if we come back without the chest, they'll send us to the hole and deduct 3 weeks' wages. So we're going to keep searching for the glory of the fatherland. I don't think I've actually even seen a cow in The Witcher so far. I'm sure there are cows around, but I don't think I've actually ever looked at one. Because, you know, you can find deer, you can find hares, you can find wolves, obviously. Still haven't found a cow. You must be able to get, like, beef from it, though. Alright, so... Old yellowed letter. Jan, as I write these words, you are 6 years old. I am 30. I am in my prime, but I already know I'll never teach you how to shoot a bow, nor how to ride a horse or care for a sword. I'll never take you on a raid nor out fishing. I took a wound to my knee during the last raid. I took an arrow to the knee. It's taken a turn for the worse. It shouldn't have taken more than a few days to heal over, but something got in my blood. Wounds full of pus, stinks, I'm losing feeling. The druids say it's beyond their help, and that I'll bleed to death if they've cut off my leg. So I'm preparing for death. You're in for some tough years, lad. Our family's got a great many enemies. I've defended you against them, but now you'll be on your own. Perhaps someone will help you, and perhaps not. That's why I've had part of our goods hidden in old Ulf's house, under the floorboards. That way no one can take it from you, no one can steal it, and you can dig it up once you're all grown. I have asked your mother to give you this letter when you start your 18th spring. You take that silver sun, buy yourself a fine blade, some armor, a horse, raid the continent, exact revenge on the men who did you wrong after my death. Make me proud. I never told you this, but I always felt it. I love you, Jan. I hope one day we'll meet in the halls of Freya's eternal green garden and you'll tell me about your life. The life I was not able to see. You have my blessings, son. There's tons of cows, but not really in Velen. Right, that might be why then. I don't remember how I got this old yellowed letter. Is it off the body of Jan? Because if it's not, then I feel a bit bad about searching for the treasure. Because it's supposed to be for him. Maybe there's a follow-up to this that I'll be able to find Jan and give it to him. Because that'd be cool. Oh, okay. So, note. The crooked mast marks a spot, but not just any fool can find the treasure. That is not helpful. Alright, so... Quest items are all red now, I think. They've all got the green sentence to say you've already read this. So they're not graying out just yet, but I assume that that will happen later. So, dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. And I think when I move over into the other section, I'll just start from the bottom up, and that might be a quicker way of doing it. Dum-dum. And yeah, now we're going into the keys. What's this? Letter of safe conduct. Oh, you can't actually read it. Never mind. Okay, so skip down to the other section. Yeah, I got loads of notes. I'm not going to read through the books because I don't need that, but yeah, it's from alchemists and stuff. Big Harry also says there was even a trick to get tons of experience from killing cows. When CD Projekt Red find out, they added a fiend named Cow King, which will hunt you down for killing all those cows. Wow. The Cow King. That seems like an interesting way to just kind of spite players and say, hey, you killed all these cows? Well, fuck you then. We're going to send the Cow King to kill you. Alright, let's carry on reading. Letter from an alchemist. Dearest Sir Robert de Mere, thank you for sending a bill of exchange in advance and for your understanding. If I gave out advice for free, I'd very quickly run myself out of business. You wrote that your son went missing while on a voyage, and that near the place where he's last seen there now lurks a necker who wears a tattered shirt with your son's monogram sewed on it. You asked if it is possible that this necker was your son, transformed by some spell. After consulting the relevant literature, it pains me to inform you that your hypothesis is highly improbable, and there exists a much simpler and more likely explanation. Yeah, always go with Occam's razor. Contrary to popular belief, neckers are a sapient species. Like forest trolls, they will at times decorate themselves with pigment or scraps of human garments. One can with some confidence surmise that this necker killed your son, tore up his shirt, and then donned it or some fragment thereof. While that is the most likely the case, one cannot be certain. Though I have not heard of any curse capable of turning a man into a necker, I cannot rule out the possibility of its existence. In order to find out if the above-mentioned necker truly is a creature born of a curse, the tattered shirt it wears must be taken from it, cut into shreds and burned. The shirt's ashes can then be mixed with dimeterium dust. If the resulting substance changes colour, it will confirm your hypothesis. If the experiment I described returns a positive result, please write me. I would gladly undertake further examinations meant to find a way to lift this curse, for additional payment, of course. Greetings, Klaus Kellerman, Magister Artibus Oxyonasis. That's an interesting questline. Try and find someone who's been turned into a necker. Short letter. My dearest Master Sigvard, I have received your letter. I thus know now that you have a great many doubts regarding the contract I have offered you, and yet you clearly suffer from gross misconceptions regarding the nature of a mercenary's trade, something which, given that this trade as you yourself profess to practice, constitutes a highly puzzling paradox. So let me inform you that a mercenary is not paid for asking questions or listing reservations, but for propounding a concrete task. This task was described in single, unambiguous words. You are to capture a siren, alive, and bring her to me. If you will not perform this task, you are of no interest to me. As to why I need this siren, or what I intend to do with her, that should not be of any interest to you. If these conditions do not suit you, I am sure I will find another man who will not refuse my coin. Count de Botton. Okay. Interesting. Why would he even want to capture a siren? Let's see. Do I want to read all these books? I think... Yeah, I'm going to leave books and just keep it to the notes. They say you can't catch an elf in the woods. Oh, you can, in fact. You just got to try real hard. We've got a living proof in our camp, a Scoia'tael archer. I thought we'd eliminated all those vermin after the last Nilfgaard war, but it seems we missed some. I'd rather hang the long ears right off. Well, maybe after a couple of days of torture, but still, hanging's what he needs. Thing is, Kula says as long as we have him alive and in our camp, the other squirrels won't attack us. Out of fear we'll kill him before they can stop us. I listened to his advice, and so far I don't regret it. Used to be an arrow come flying towards your arse every 2 steps, now it's dead quiet. The elf stays calm, doesn't eat much, and when you get some vodka in him, he even sings in that language of theirs. Pretty good too. Blöde Doin Asper Evelyn, or something like that. Must be about flowers, sunshine. They love that shite. Okay. Great. 1 second, guys. I've got a bit of an itchy nose. Oh, dear. Okay. Soaked letter. Read close, mate. Lady Caroline's hanged herself. Tragic love affair. Something like that. Some gallant gent stole her virtue and then split. Her belly started swelling and, well, tragic results. But enough about that. Let's get to the meat of the matter. I helped prepare her for her funeral, and I'm telling you, the shite they stuck in her coffin. More riches than in a Kaviri vault. I'm telling you, you couldn't even see the body for the glare coming off that silver and gold. So I'm thinking all those baubles won't be one prick's lick of good to our dearly departed lady in the afterlife, whereas you and I, why, we could put it to as fine use in the here and now. So perhaps we should lighten her coffin a little bit so as nothing goes to waste. Thing is, I can't go anywhere, but you're a free man. So grab a shovel and head out to the swamp graveyard. Start digging where folk have laid out fresh flowers. Then we'll meet up and split everything fair and square. Half for you, half for me. Deal? If I was someone who was considering robbing graves, and I'm the one that's taking the risk of actually digging up the grave, there is no way I am splitting half of that gold with the person who told me about it. Like, that is just not consistent. I've seen Fargo. I know what happens if you try and split the money fairly after you take all the risk. Okay. Bandit's notes. What's that, dear Papa? You're kicking us off the family plot? Your younger sons are good-for-nothings who deserve a massive porridge at most? You're going to give Joffler everything and we're to go make our own sorry way in the world? Well, we went, Papa, we went. And now we've our own plot. Sure, might be a hill barely sticking out of the bog, a few trees and some rushes. No crops we'll take here, but we don't mind. There was no room for us in the field, so now, well, guess we'll just never touch rake nor hoe ever again. What's that, you ask, Papa? How we plan to live? I'll tell you. We've never met with much good from our fellow men, so we've decided to repay the favour. Either they'll give us what we want, or they'll end like you, Papa, you and your dear Juffler, with a knife between their ribs. That's a bit sadistic, writing a note to the dead father after they've killed him. Your Elvish isn't so bad. Well, when it comes to these different, like, languages in The Witcher 3, I've kind of just taken up a weird fantasy Welsh accent, and if it comes to Skellige, it's more of an Irish thing. But yeah, I'm kind of just making it up as I go along. Alright, so... Pirate Leader's Notes. Nothing quite like war. The Redanians and Nilfgaardians are at each other's throats, and no one pays a whit of attention to us. We can rob, raid, and kill till we get bored of it, which will never happen. Usually I never set ashore near populated places, but this time we had no choice. Our boat started taking on water after the last storm. We had to drag her onto dry land for some repairs. We were ready for a fight when we stepped onto the beach, but no one even tried to chase us off. Sometimes some of the Baron's blowhards come to us, but taking care of them is no trouble. Since we're not in any particular hurry, I've decided to build us a new vessel instead of patching up the old dinghy. Why not? Best take advantage of the turmoil while it lasts. I hear there's a boat yard nearby. That'll do just fine. I won't wait for a new ship. I'll send men out to look around for Queen Zuleika's famous treasure. If it's worth a tenth of what I've heard, we'll all be rich. Well, I will at least. Because he's the pirate leader. Alright. Trader's Notes. I'd always thought myself a simple trader, a man who buys here and sells there and makes a bit of coin for himself in the doing. But yesterday I learned I constitute what's called a strategic risk, and so cannot cross the bridge the Redanians control. Who knows what I have in my wagon, the sergeant said. Maybe I'm smuggling weapons, maybe I'm carrying spies' reports. When I said they'd nothing to fear from my bundles of cloth and lace, and that the only letters I'm carrying are from my dear wife, the sergeant slapped me across the face with his glove and ordered me to, and I quote, fuck off, or else I would soon be seeing more stars than many an astronomer. As you can see, eloquence and good manners do not seem to be subjects of much importance at the Redanians' Office Academy, though one must admit the soldier did display a certain amount of linguistic creativity. Well, life goes on. I've hired a few mercenaries and a guide to help me ford across the river near the bridge. Once across, I'll blow that sergeant a kiss and continue on my way. Unsent letter. To the most great and honourable Sir Caroe de Lechlin, Esquire. You asked me, my good sir, to reckon how many lads I could drum up to work for the Empire's glory, so here's my reckoning. First off, your Esquire's got to know that I can scrummage up a few hayseeds from Claywick whenever you want, but that's what I'd call second-rate goods. Geezers and squirts, mainly. But if your excellency thinks he can find use for even dregs like that, send us a messenger, and within a week's time you'll get a transport full of them trussed up like conies. I've also had a word or two with some soldiers who quit the Baron's service after he got soused one night and jammed a hot poker in one of them's eyes. They've pitched two camps, one right next to the castle, the other near Velen's southern border, and as I'm sure your wondrousness has guessed, they're looking to make some quick coin. So if your most reverend sir can send us a few crowns as a deposit, why, we'll get to work in the double quick and send you the prettiest dames and hardiest lads in all of Velen, maybe in all of the north. 100, 200, however many of them the great sergeant wants. Your humble servant, Delagor. Lita Phoenix says, I've been listening while I pick up my apartment. Lots of interesting stories in these letters. Yeah, I was going to say something similar actually, and I kind of forgot to. But the reason why I'm actually even bothering to go through and read all of these letters is because the stories are interesting. Like, the writers of these letters at CD Projekt Red did a really good job because they actually make them worth reading. It's not like... You know how in Skyrim there's things like the lusty Argonian maid, but there's a whole host of other books that contribute to the lore? And that's fine because it's all world building, and there's even the similar thing here with all the different books. But the notes are actually more interesting because the notes in Skyrim were like, oh, there's a treasure in the end of a cave, I'm going to go and find it. It's not really all that interesting, but here it's like actual people wrote the letters. So yeah. Alright, unsent letter. Ahoy, Gregor! Did you hear they chased the pirates off? It's true. Not a trace of pirate left, save for a few fresh graves and some bloodstains. The shipyard's more or less the same state we left it in, meaning everything's about to collapse, but holding up for the time being. And the tools are all rusty, but they get the job done. In a word, you can return, just for the gods' sake. Don't go south for some other bandits have pitched camp there. Nature's a whore for vacuums, or however that saying goes. It'll be just like the good old days, mate. The crashing of waves, singing of seabirds, and the stink of pitch smeared over hulls. So, what do you say? Will you come back? Simon. Simon's waiting for his friend. Baby brother, I got your letter. The children are healthy, thank you. Little Recluse's not so little anymore. He's almost tall as my shoulder. Kit's sweet as ever. But enough small talk. I'm so glad you were able to return to your own home. I'm worried, though. Are you sure those pirates have gone away for good? Best have eyes in the back of your head and don't burn any lights at night so that no one cruising the coast can spy you. Your Lessica. The notes help make a whole world, not just one storyline. And Big Harry says, I would recommend to read the notes right away when you get them. You'll often find additional interesting things around. Yeah, you're probably right. If I find, like... The problem is that a lot of these notes I've found in undiscovered location markers, and I'm doing that off stream. So if I read them immediately, then it's going to be they're read automatically. Whereas this way, it all gets them done in one go, and I can, you know, there'll be quest markers that will tell me where to go for the main stuff, and if it's other stuff, then I can go back to where the undiscovered location markers were. But yeah, thanks for the tip. That might be something to keep in mind. Alright, more notes. Contract, Nils' disappearance. Nils has disappeared. Oh, if it's contract, then I've already read it. Witcher needed. Contract. That's notice board. Morkvarg. Okay. So I think this has come down to stuff. Let's see. The corpse of Novigrad. Alexander Ho walked down the long corridor, delighted that the sounds of debauchery pouring out the rooms drowned out the sound of his footsteps. The long-neglected brothel floor creaked and moaned, as though the wood regretted being witness to this lecherous scenes, fed to it by this house of ill repute, standing in the very centre of the pride of the northern cities. Ho had been generously remunerated for this visit by the wife of a silk merchant. She had long suspected her husband of dabbling with loose women during his working hours. The case had seemed simple enough, banal even. A cheating husband. How many similar affairs had they unravelled? The worst was that his employers never truly wanted him to bring irrefutable proof of their husband's guilt. On the contrary, in their heart of hearts, they always hoped his investigation would prove their husbands model citizens, and their suspicions wholly unfounded. This time, it truly did turn out that the woman's husband was no whoremonger, despite the fact that his trail led Alexander to a place in which fleshly pleasures were bought and sold. The door in front of which he stopped, following the instructions he had received from the gnome at the entrance, had a small plaque with the number 16 on it. Unlike the other rooms, this one was enveloped in unsettling calm. Ho turned the doorknob and pushed the door open, and what he saw behind it far exceeded his worst expectations. The corpse of Novigrad. Okay. So we've got fast travel stuff for Skellige, so I'm going to unlock these. What time of year is the best for visiting Skellige? Any time. To whom is such a sojourn recommended? To anyone who seeks adventure, craves miraculous views, and adores charming villages. These last Skellige has in spades. That's a weird way of writing that, but whatever. It is the most densely inhabited isle in the archipelago, though this does not mean it lacks virgin forests or untrammeled landscapes. Particularly worthy of a visit are the villages of Randveig, Arenbjorn, and last but not least, Holmstein, one of the most important ports in all the isles. Anyone lucky enough to enjoy the sea voyage to Arenbjorn will surely notice the majestic lighthouse guiding ships to its harbour. Built at the behest of the famed Jarl Skjordal, it constitutes one of the most fascinating spots on the isle and offers breathtaking views of the entire region. The most spectacular vista on Skellige, however, must certainly be that of Caer Trolde, a forest cut out of the mountain overlooking the bay and serving as home to the seat powerful On-Crate clan. According to legend, Grimdjar, mythical Skellige hero and founder of Clan On-Crate, carved the fortress with his bare hands. For more on this, see the history and culture sections. Right, I think that actually showed off fast travel points I've already got, but we'll carry on reading through them. So this is for Skellige. Skellige is a weary traveller's paradise. Those seeking respite from the hustle and bustle of urban life need look no further. Those yearning for peace, quiet, and transcendental views, the kind that leave one short of breath and renewed in spirit, will find satiation on the isle. Here one may enjoy long walks along the most charming beaches in the Isles, ones whose beauty far outshines that of the decidedly overrated coast of Kovir. Yet the true jewel of Anne Skellig is its port, which is famed for its skilled craftsmen, considered by many to be the best in the Isles. Anne Skellig's shipbuilders have passed down the secrets of their trade from generation to generation for centuries, perfecting it into something which can be proudly and with no exaggeration be called an art. Naturally, as a result, one must wait twice as long for a vessel ordered from the local shipwrights than when ordering from lesser workmen. Lastly, it would be a crime to discuss Anne Skellig without mentioning the superb and surprisingly sophisticated local cuisine. Its specialty: sturgeon roasted to golden perfection in a sea salt crust and served with carrot shavings and a sprinkling of mint. Sadly, this dish, once a mainstay of every tavern and seaside fish fry, now has become a rarity due to the overfishing that caused a dramatic decline in the population of that most delicious of fish. Oh, okay. So this region, the sturgeon's no longer there is because of overfishing, not because of sirens and echimaras and whatnot. Okay. Faroe. The most southerly thrusting outcrop of the Skellige archipelago is the wild and untamed Isle of Faroe. Visiting here is a must for experienced travellers undeterred by its unexplored wilderness and nature at its reddest in tooth and claw, which is not to say that Faroe is uninhabited, just that its vibrant primeval landscapes, not its human settlements, constitute its primary attraction. Acting as a sole exception to this and providing a wonderful treat to adventure-seeking travellers is the port of Harviken, the home village to Clan Daimon. With a bit of luck, one might find oneself there when the clan's warriors return from the overseas raids and divide their plunder. A days-long feast is thrown in the warriors' honour afterwards, providing an excellent opportunity to sample local delicacies and observe local customs, for on this see on the Feasts and Festivals chapter. Okay. The Lonesome World Guide to Hindisfjall. The smallest of the Skellige Isles is always the birthplace of the islanders' culture. Skelligers believe themselves direct descendants of Otkel, a legendary hero who was first practitioner of the cult of Freya in the Isles. He erected a beautiful temple in honour of the goddess on Hindisfjall. Sadly, the temple has been closed to visitors in recent years due to concerns about the possible theft of the most famous diamond, Brisingamen, ornamenting the goddess's statue. That could be a potential quest line later. Otkel also constructed a fantastic garden near the temple. This can still be visited upon making prior arrangement with the priestess's mother superior. An enticing option for those who wishing to visit Hindisfjall is the package excursion offered by the Congregation of Freya Worshippers in Povis. Thanks to a long-standing agreement with the Isle's priestesses, they can offer tours of all the local highlights at a very reasonable price. This is by far the best option for families with children or the elderly. Oh, I wonder if we've actually already done the thing with Brisingamen then. I don't remember the goddess's jewel being featured, but... The guide to Undvik. Once prospering Undvik was the second, after Skellig, most frequently visited isle in the archipelago. Among its ample charms are a prime location, picturesque scenery, and a sublime local cuisine. Sadly, the isle was recently devastated when some monstrous frosty giant awoke from his long slumber and began murdering and destroying whatever lay at hand. But we dealt with that, so they need to rewrite this. After this occurrence, many realms issued an official edict of warning, cautioning the residents to avoid travel to Undvik. Nevertheless, the isle still attracts many travellers. They are no longer primarily lovers of carefree relaxation, however. Instead, they are adventure seekers and mercenaries hoping to earn the bounty put on the giant's head, or barring that, at least get a glimpse of the fantastic creature with their own eyes. Though this is indeed a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness such a sight, we are duty-bound to advise anyone thinking of visiting Undvik to postpone their trip until conditions improve, or even better, alter their plans and visit one of Skellige's many other attractive isles, where the risk of being disemboweled by a colossal man-beast is significantly lower. We got Ria Mobin here as well. Hello Ria, thanks for joining the stream. How are you doing today? We've spent about 45 minutes just reading through various notes, and I'm not done yet. And Spikerog. Though Spikerog is not the most frequently visited of the Skellige Isles, one cannot deny it has a certain inescapable charm. Particularly bewitching are the snow-capped peaks towering over its southern and western shores. Spikerog will surely please lovers of the martial arts. The northern portion of the isle is home to a famed arena where local warriors test their strength in no-holds-barred bouts. South of the arena lies the village of Svorlag, home to Bland Brockvar. Located on a picturesque bay, Svorlag is particularly lovely to visit in the summer and around the feast of Bellatine. South of Svorlag sprawls a primeval wilderness that serves as Clan Brockvar's chief hunting grounds. Visiting the southern portions of the isle should be reserved only for extremely experienced travellers, for they are completely wild, inhospitable, and deprived of all human settlements. The area is crawling with dangerous creatures of all kinds, described in more detail in the fauna and flora section. One should also show particular caution when travelling near the caves along the isle's coast. Okay, so that's all that done. Witcher George's confession. I, the undersigned George of Kagan, a witcher by trade, testify as follows. While travelling through Velen, I received a summons to provide professional testimony in the matter of the accused Bartoslav of Lovefield. This Bartoslav stands accused of causing several shipwrecks near the lighthouse which it is his duty to keep. Ships led astray by errant signals from his lighthouse were repeatedly smashed against rocks near the shore, and so the lighthouse keeper is to be held responsible for this state of affairs. During the trial, Bartoslav testified that he was diligent in his fulfillment of his duties, and that the accidents were caused by night wraiths deceiving sailors with their false glow. Having investigated the area, I can testify that I found no trace of night wraith activity. There are likewise no signs of noon wraiths, maymoons, nymphs, or any of the spectres in the habit of misleading weary travellers journeying by foot, sea, or horse. I did, however, find the catastrophe's true cause. They were not the fault of the night wraiths blamed by the accused, but neither were they the fault of the lighthouse keeper himself. The accidents were caused by local hooligans who had taken to lighting fires on the hill at night, and then robbing the ships that had subsequently wrecked upon the shore. I was put in their trial by Bartoslav's son, who showed me the ashes from their misleading fires. My testimony shows that the lighthouse keeper Bartoslav of Lovefield is not guilty of the crimes of which he stands accused, and should be freed. I also humbly ask for the bailiff to put the lighthouse keeper and his family under his protection, for in light of the revelations Bartoslav's son led me to discover, there will surely be certain parties with cause for vengeance. I cannot undertake the task of protecting the family myself, for I accepted a contract to kill a dragon, said to be lurking atop the Crookback Hills, and so must return there post-haste to kill the beast and complete my task. Signed, George of Kagan, Witcher. Transcribed by Vincenzo Stock, Marshal to the Royal Prefecture in Gorsvelen. Okay. So, the lighthouse keeper we dealt with, So, hang on. Was that the same lighthouse keeper that we did last time? Because he was also not doing his job properly, and we had to get a new lighthouse keeper. And I have been back to Skellige since then, and I've seen the lighthouse on. But that seems like it was even another lighthouse as well. Alright. Ballstick's letter. May the gods smile on you and me, sis. Now I'm asking you to read this careful, for what I've got to say is important. Soon as you set hands on this writing, gallop off to that fence Kramer, what's based in Maribor. Tell him we've got some first-class gear and Witcher sword diagrams to sell. Aye, I can see you now scratching your head, or more likely your arse, and asking, did I hear that right? You sure did. 'Twas my luck to come care for a Witcher who got one foot in the grave and t'other hovering right above. I was sat there looking at the poor man suffering agony and thought to myself, he don't need this kit, and these papers where he's going, while for us, that's the fixings we need to get us started in the world of business. If we sell them for the right price, that is. Aye, I hear you fretting, so stop. I didn't take everything, in fact nobody even realised out of his shite's missing. Sad though, ain't it? This witch is a good man. First he helped the baronet solve the riddle of the lighthouse, which was sending ships into the rocks, and then killed that dragon, ate all the peasants. Problem is, a dragon's no easy pickings, and our valiant hero got quite the licking taken out. He's done for, that's certain, so as soon as they bury him in the tomb on the Crookback Hills, I'll head straight to your place. Come to think of it, I'm curious how they'll put him in that crypt at all, for word is a vampire's made it to this lair. I also lifted a few flasks off the Witcher, but since they're like not to survive the journey, reckon I'll sample them myself, see how the Witcher hooch goes down. Maybe we'll make a business out of that too. Your brother-in-law, A. Ballstick. So that is Witcher George has now died, and Ballstick has taken stuff off his corpse. But I don't think he's quite realised that Witcher potions are fatal, or at least have damaging effects to normal people. So he's probably dead. Oh, poor Ballstick. Alright, Stoneworker's notes. Do I even need that? Well, it's notes rather than like a book, so yeah, I'm just making sure I'm reading through these stuff. Mystery of Mysteries, Tales of the Wild Hunt. Let's have a look. Nah, that's boring. Never mind. Contracts. Went lessons. Oh, there we are. Okay, fair enough. Crafting notes. Dobromir's journal. Dar's chewing my head off about going to the lighthouse, about the fire needing tending. Thing is, don't give a plowing rat's ass, frankly. What I am, some golem fit for naught but climbing up there 4 times a day to drop off wood and pour oil. I'd much rather learn how to work a forge in town or at some gnomish foundry. Grandpa Amsveri was a smith, weren't he? Even forged witcher blades, so who's to say none of his talent trickled down to me? That's a good point. That's a good point. Crafting notes. Now there's a commission I haven't seen the likes of in ages. Got a visit from that witcher the Baronet summoned about them evil powers took over the lighthouse and were crashing ships against the rocks. He stood there in the doorway to my forge looking noble as a prince or duke or something, and said his silver sword got damaged during his last job. Blade was chipped bad, almost broken in 2 spots. I asked how he expected me to know how to fix a weapon like that, and he gave me a diagram and said I was to forge him a new one, and promised quite the sum in return. Damn near took myself out making that thing. I did my apprenticeship with Master Barnaby of Novigrad, and I've made a witcher blade or 2 in my life, but it's been over 3 years since I last touched anything of the sort. In the end, didn't matter though. Before I could finish, the witcher figured out what was going on with the lighthouse and had to make haste to the Baronet's castle for rest illegible. So he went without his silver sword, it sounds like. And that might be what got him killed. Alright, let's see. List of debtors. Nope, that's for the Gwent quest for Zoltan we've already done. Beware of Trolls, that's a notice board one. That's the notice board. Income and outlays. Oh, I think that's another thing for the list of debtors. Notice board, notice board, notice board. What's this one? High stakes Gwent tournament, which we've already done. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Feeling that the rest of these are all going to be notice board or contracts. So, yeah, okay. Alright. Only took us, what, 50 minutes? And we're now done. And, of course, I've got all the new markers for Skellige, which was very useful to do. So, let's actually do some gameplay, shall we? Let's see. Think I'll do what I did last time, which was leave the treasure hunts for off stream, because I've read through all the stuff now, so we don't need to worry about like people not seeing that. And quite often it's a lot better to just have just turn up with the better treasure and the better armor. So let's go for some Witcher contracts, and I guess we will start with one for 22. Deal with the ghouls prowling the village, the mystery of the byways. A Nilfgaardian patrol had gone missing near the village of byways. Geralt took an interest in the matter, for the local Nilfgaardian commander suspected a monster was involved, and Geralt knew Imperial soldiers were always upfront and honest when it came to pay. To the byways, shall we? And yeah, you can pretty much tell I've got loads of gold. So I'm not doing this for the money, I'm just doing it to clear it off. And I like having like a nice clean quest inventory, I guess you'd call it. It's like, you only have one thing to do. It's like, oh, that's cool, let's do that one thing. But when you've got like 12, it's like, oh, which one do I do? So we're going to deal with all these ghouls out the way. Burn them all. Burn them all. And when it comes to treasure hunt stuff, I'm still on the thing of, there are a couple of, let's see. There are a couple of diagrams that I have or don't have, really. Oh, I've got to find villages. Hello? No survivors? Okay. Ooh, zoom in.
A witcher.
Hello.
What happened?
Nilfgaardians came plundering, looking for valuables, as if we was rich.
Who killed them? Couldn't have been you.
I don't know. Must have been those beasts you slaughtered.
Never seen ghouls come to the rescue. Yeah, someone killed them. You're lying. Never seen ghouls come to the rescue is a bit more neutral.
This would be the first time ghouls came to help out a village in trouble. At this rate, they'll be taking jobs off the notice boards before long.
Was how it was. Why dwell on it?
Because it's important. It's my job.
Someone's paid me to dwell.
And who might that be?
That's for me to know. Gonna look around. Best stay out of my way.
Explore the village using your Witcher senses. Ooh.
Wasn't a fair fight.
Aw,
Didn't stand a chance.
poor doggy. We'll just pick up the loot from these ghouls. Uh-huh.
Thrown to the ground with great force. Internal hemorrhaging.
Internal hemorrhaging, you say? That's where all the blood's supposed to be. Alright, what's this? That's just normal loot. Nothing else inside this hut. Okay. Ooh, hello.
Jaws strong enough to crush armor. Scent of blood still strong.
Ooh.
Ought to follow
Scent
it.
of blood? Where's the blood go? Aha! Alrighty. Follow the trail.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, okay.
Tracks lead to this house. What happened here?
What do you mean? What happened?
You're still in danger.
You're all still in danger, and only I can help. I'm the only one who can rid you of this threat.
What do I know?
Listen, you.
Oh.
If you don't tell me everything you know, you could all die. Understand? Is that a burden you can live with?
There's tunnels beneath the village.
Huh?
Tunnels.
Elven ruins. We scavenge them for trinkets, small treasures. Sell them to Novigrad merchants. No one expected anything bad to come of it. We dug through some rubble. Found a chamber. The beast slept inside. We felled the prop so the ceiling would collapse. Didn't bury the monster though.
Okay. What did it look like?
What did the monster look like?
'Twere dark down below. Couldn't see.
So how'd it kill the Nilfgaardians?
I ran. Couldn't watch it happen.
They dug too deep. Oh yeah, you never dig too deep. You don't know what's gonna hide under there. Alright, give me the key.
Give me the key to the door.
You'd go in.
No. Want to pour wax through its head. Tell you your fortune. Now give me the key. So, correct me if I'm wrong. You dug through to the monster's lair.
Too deep.
Then buried the entrance, but the Nilfgaardians opened it again to look for treasure. Beast killed the black ones and returned to its lair. You wanted to bury the corpses, but their stench lured ghouls to the village. Now I'm here. Sound about right?
'Tis as you say. Yes.
I hope he's being truthful
I'm
now.
going down there. If I'm gone long, run. Barring the door, nailing it shut resolves nothing. There are other ways out of the tunnels. Gotta be.
Yeah, okay. If only there was a Balrog here. Like, you know. I'm not sure what the scale of enemies that Geralt deals with, because he's done, like, giants and golems and so on, but a Balrog is huge. Like, that would be actual Shadow the Colossus size stuff. And even in this fantasy world, I don't think things much bigger than like griffins or dragons can be dealt with properly. Let's see. Yeah, I got a torch. Cool. Huh. Hello.
Armor pierced. Arteries torn open.
Dum dum dum.
Ekimara
Ekimara?
hibernated here till the villagers woke it.
What if it's... Oh. Sarasti. What was that? Bestiary entry added for Sarasti. Sarasti. Raiders of elven tombs either get rich quickly or die trying. The Iron Cedar disintegrating temples and palaces hold priceless treasures, true, but within them many a foul monster wails in deep slumber. Such was the case in Byways, where a few peasants, unaware of the dangers they faced, awoke an unusually dangerous Ekimara. The Witcher knew this monster would be no easy kill, that the vampire would quickly regenerate, that its blows would cause heavy bleeding, that it was able to disappear into thin air. Yet he also knew he could overcome these advantages. He needed to merely use the Erdin and Quen signs and strike heavy blows. Oh, and avoid getting killed. So, it's vulnerable against Igni as well. So, Igni and Erdin and Quen. Glad I didn't have any fall damage there. Balrog's a bit out of Geralt's league. Yeah, I would say so. Oof. Can't see a thing. Cat size. Hello there. Sarasti. Use the heavy blows, Geralt. Okay. Use another ignite. Ooh. Alright, let's use Quen. Just cause. Gonna disappear. Oh, I didn't actually switch. Switch? God damn it. Now it's on Quen. Quen. There we go. Dead? Hey. Nice. Ekimara trophy, thank you. Do I already have an Ekimara trophy? I think I do, don't I? Well, unless one of them gives extra gold, and that's more than what I've already got, then I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so dead people, chest. Superior cats. That's definitely worth having. What are the treasures are for me? What are the treasures here for me? Mushrooms. Another chest. Nothing in that one in particular. Okay. Well, let's go this way just for a little bit. Is it a dead end? Huh. So Geralt did say there were other ways out of the tunnels. So why are there no other ways out of the tunnel? Oh well. Dun dun. Sarasti. Right, up we go. Glyphs are great for selling. I know they are. They are very good for selling. Assuming the merchants have the money to buy from you. Because I've gone through like the whole, like, all these treasure hunts and armor pieces and swords and so on, and I've sold all those, and then I get to the glyphs, it's like, oh, you've got no money left. And that's why I've got, let's have a look at how much glyphs I've got. Like, you can see just how many glyphs I've got on that page there. It's like, you know, at least 25, and then multiple of the different types. But yeah, they don't have the gold to give to me. Alright, so talk to Bitesamir. Hello?
Gods, he lives.
I live.
Found an Ekimara hibernating underground. It was old. Must have been asleep for centuries.
An Ekimara?
Vampire. Won't trouble you again.
You cut off its head, drive a stake through its heart.
You don't need to do that.
Did what I had to. Don't go down into those tunnels anymore. Ekimara aren't known to be loners.
You've done well, but others hired you. Said so yourself. They's ought to pay you.
Farewell.
They were going to. I wasn't expecting payment from you anyway. Fearless vampire slayer. That's a good trophy. How come we didn't get that, like, the first vampire I killed, though? Yeah. The glyphs are useful in the DLCs, at least. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, I'm not putting any of the glyphs into, like, my swords and armor, because by the time I've, like, put it in and, you know, I've looked at the upgrade that it's giving me on my sword or my armor, I'll find a new sword or a new piece of armor that's better anyway. So there's not even any point. Also, did I go to the right place? Yes, I did. To the Novigrad commander. Not you. You.
What brings you here?
The contract. Job's done.
Hear about the missing patrol. Been to byways. A vampire was terrorizing the village.
This is why they did not return.
Correct.
Ekimari are tough, even for a group of soldiers.
We will bury them with honors, as heroes. Your reward, well deserved.
Thank you. And glyphs are useful in the end game. Well, I would hope so, because at that point it's like, well, I can't find any better pieces of armor or weapons, so I can only improve what I've already got now. Alright, so next thing to do, I believe, would be another contract. Phantom of the trade route. Kill the royal wyvern. North of the Nilfgaardian camp, Geralt came across tracks left by a large beast. He decided to check where, and most importantly to whom they would lead him. It didn't take much for an old hand like Geralt to find out that the monster had attacked the refugees was a wyvern. And not just any wyvern, a royal wyvern, though I doubt knowing that it had come in close contact with royalty was much comfort to them. So, royal wyvern is all the way over here. And yeah, I get to go back to Bennick, where I've still got that quest marker on my minimap, even though I can't seem to talk to the person to get rid of it. Which is really annoying, but ah well. Okay, let's just see if I can actually talk to him. Mr. Refugee. Nope. No talkings. No talking allowed. Alright, well. Jump the fence. And kill the wyvern. Oops. Excuse me, wolves. I don't need to bother with you. Don't need to bother with you. Excuse me. Thank you. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Getting close to the top of the thing. Okay, well, you're gonna die now. Okay, so, royal wyvern's here. Let's put the crossbow on. Well, I didn't mean to shoot it into the floor, but never mind. Wyvern, hello. Oh, you're not in the cave, are you? Oh, maybe it is in the cave. Must be. Oh well, into the cave we go then. Why have I got drowner pheromones on my inventory? Let's get rid of that. What potions do I have that I want to put on instead? Let's see what we got. So that's temporary immunity to pops mold, earth elemental. Kinda just wanna. Ah, here we go. White Rafford. That'll do. And we'll switch cat on. There we are. Whoop. This is a weird way to fight a wyvern inside a cave. But if he gets murdered, then that's fine by me. Ta-da! Phantom of the trade route. Thank you. Whoa, what?
It's huge. What's the name again?
Royal wyvern. Don't usually come this big.
It's feasted plenty, I reckon. Attacking those traveling the road.
Knocked over our wagon, then chased us to the cave. We ran like hell, near lost our legs on the way.
What do they call ye, master?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. It'll be a tale to tell the young'uns.
Big Harry's saying, how did you get her into the cave? I've never seen that. I didn't get her into the cave. It was already in the cave. And this is where it's going to go and skip into the trophy cutting scene. That's really weird. Well, that's that done. I want to go back into the cave and see if there's anything worth finding in here. But if it gets too big... Yeah... Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't think it's worth the time, to be honest. Alright, well, let's go and find the poster of the notice.
Run, Roach.
Here! I don't know, obviously this game has like a huge open world and the AI routines for wandering enemies is gonna, you know, mess up every now and then, but that was a bit of a weird one because surely it should have just spawned inside. Oh, were you the poster? Right, you were the poster of the notice.
Master Witcher, a word, if you will. Might have a job for you. A couple of our folk have gone missing, and
Think I ran into them. Cave north of here. A wyvern attacked them. One lost his life, but the others should be here soon.
Damn it all, we never should have split. Let them go off on their own. The wyvern.
did you cut it down? All the one of you?
I did indeed.
Your friends weren't exactly eager to help. Didn't find the decency to offer a reward either.
How am I to know you speak the truth?
I've got the trophy of the head.
Can wait till they get back. Though I should charge you more if so.
Nay, no need. Gods will judge you if you've not spoke the truth. Here, take this.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks. Farewell.
Well, I'm glad that actually cleared that off, because I was getting really annoyed about having that one quest marker staying on the screen, but just seems like you needed to actually do the quest then. Cool, alright. So, next quest will be... level 24. Doors slamming shut. Kurt Dysert. Zip. Bzzz. Oh, back into Novigrad. Okay. La 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 la. Oh, I'm gonna be so buff and so rich at the end of the stream. My God, I don't even know what I'm gonna spend the money on. Like I've been going through all of the different innkeeps and merchants and so on to try and buy Gwent cards, but a lot of the time the Gwent cards you can buy aren't either that good or they're not that expensive either. So it's like, 5,000 gold. What can I spend it on? And the easy answer to that, I guess, for the time being, is to just focus on getting crafting materials for better weapons and armor. So things like, you know, I've got the Griffin gear on. If I have enhanced Griffin gear or superior Griffin gear, that might be the best thing to do. So, alright, so into the Kingfisher. I guess we need to go upstairs.
Just you wait.
Just you wait. Is he on this floor?
No.
Hello.
Fools and murderers.
Yes?
Ah, you're Kurt Dysert. And Lita says, from what I hear from my Gwent-loving friends, the cards you win are folks are better. Well, that's even the fact that they have, like, individual, like, rare Gwent quests and rare Gwent cards for the hero people. So, yeah, it makes sense. Kurt Dysert?
Count Kurt Dysart.
Are you here regarding the contract?
Wanted to hire a witcher, didn't you?
I did, but not just any vagabond. One hears all manner of stories about the lunatics of the School of the Cat. Which do you belong to?
Ah. Huh. So you actually get to choose. Interesting. I don't know which one I do want to choose. I guess Geralt, the White Wolf, being a part of the School of the Wolf would make the most sense. But I do have the Griffin stuff. I don't want to be like, oh, you don't need to know which school I belong to. Let's go for the School of the Wolf. Why not?
School of the Wolf.
Ah, yes. A good one. I knew a witcher of this school. Barnabas? No. Though his name did begin with a B. Never mind. To the matter at hand. Not long past, I acquired an estate east of Novigrad. I got it on the cheap, you see. The seller was very keen to be rid of it. Now I've learned the building is said to be haunted.
Goes to explain the seller's urgency.
I do not believe in ghosts. It is that simple. But my men say the house shakes at night. Walls crumble. Why, even the floors move about. Is there anything to be done? A remedy for this?
Maybe. Lita says, it's kind of a silly question given the medallion that's displayed prominently around his neck. Well, I thought Witcher medallions were always wolf heads. Is it not the case? So, are there, like, Witchers with cat medallions, and there's Griffin medallions, and whatever else. Bear medallions, I guess. Barmir was the Witcher he knew. But he's not the... Well, Barmir's not a Witcher I know, so... Let's talk about my reward first.
Let's talk about my reward first.
I beg your pardon? Asking for coin already? But you've not done the job.
Yeah, we
Need to
settle
make
up
sure it's
afterwards.
worth my time.
Just look at that. Arrives in Novigrad and is off his head in minutes.
He's very
Very well.
sneery as this
How
man
much do you
can't
believe this
quite
should
die,
cost me?
sir. Let's see, how much can I fleece you for, Count Kurt? I'm gonna risk it at 340.
Yes.
Oh,
Agreed.
wow, okay. He has the money and he'll just spend it. I'll tend to it.
Fine. I'm willing to investigate. How do I get there?
An orchard adjoins the property. The house itself you should recognize easily. Cracks cover its walls. Here's the key. And good luck.
Thank you. There are all kinds of Witcher amulets. The Wolf amulet is only from the School of the Wolf. Okay, so Witcher... So Geralt is from the School of the Wolf. Lambert is from the School of the Wolf. I assume Vesemir is from the School of the Wolf. Have we seen any other witches in The Witcher 3 that aren't from the School of the Wolf? Because I don't think we have. And I'm talking just from The Witcher 3 because obviously references to other witches from different games, I'm not gonna know that. So let's see. Let's go to the Haunted Mansion featuring Eddie Murphy. Yes, Letho of Gullets. That was a good point. We did see that, but I don't remember if he had an amulet on. So, but he was definitely School of the Cat. Yes, the Mountain of Meat. I think I might have even told him to go to Kaer Morhen. No, I think he went on his own path, actually. Because he was tracking people down, but then decided to go his own freeway. Alright, how far away is this haunted mansion? That's pretty far, isn't it? Alright, so let's just cross over and get to the fast travel point. And we'll skip to... I guess Isolated Hut is closest. Oh, Letho's not School of the Cat, he's the School of the Viper. There's one more from the School of the Cat in Velen. I think you run across the cat. Because the Witcher that Lambert wanted to take revenge on, was he School of the Cat? And I must say, Lambert was getting pretty, like, psychotic about Geralt. He needs to pay for his crimes, he needs to die. And it's like, alright. You know, he's got a family, he's got a wife and children. You know, you don't have to go so hard on the murder boner. Okay, so... Haunted Mansion.
So this is the haunted house.
Doors slamming shut. Open sesame. Alright, so... What do we have? What do we have? Oh.
Inhabitant clearly left in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. Let's see... Right with the stern. Enhanced Petries, okay. The hard slug to greatness. Lambert's friend that got killed was also from the School of the Cat. I see. Or was it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Superior Golden Aureole.
Scattered salt. Probably to drive ghosts away. Pointless superstition.
Well, better than nothing though. Like if you've got the salt, might as well try. Nothing else just yet. That's fine. Let's go downstairs. Okay. Yep, I can see the screen shaking quite a bit when...
Air flowing through this crack. There's something in there.
Uh-huh. what's through here? Just stuff. Alkahest, yep, I'll take all that. Thank you. There we are. Oh, no, let's put the torch on now. There we go, that's better. So.
No one's been here in a while.
Ooh, did not see that plank of wood, but alright. What we got? Tree branch?
Not the root of any ordinary plant. Must be magic.
Magic tree.
Looks like a journal.
What does it say? Amaric of Serrano's journal. When dealings with beings of this nature, it is most vital to achieve equilibrium between giving free rein to its will and obstructing it with the fetters of servitude. The sagacious elementalist who has tamed a magic minion should not heed the sweet yet pernicious urge to unbind the being, for only harm will come of it. Wailing and gnashing of teeth will be the only result. Likewise, he who tightens his servant's yoke overmuch will gain nothing from it, for his enchained being will turn to him will be to him dumb and dull as a lump of earth. The key is to prepare a proper magic barrier, one whose effectiveness shall be backed by a crystal of power. This crystal is of the utmost importance. If it should break, the barrier shall fail, yet worry not overmuch, for neither axe nor blade can harm it. A barrier thus secured shall serve as the minion's prison without unduly hindering its power. The ability to erect it properly, however, demands a high level of proficiency, the kind no mere superficial study or practice can provide. The bunglers and ne'er-do-wells of our profession need not apply. Right, sounds suitably pompous. Must have Dukas make a clean copy of this first draft, prepare it for publication. Wonder where that clod is. I sent him out for cheese and ink ages ago. Looking at a picture of Letha now, he has a Viper medallion on, but it's a little more subtle, being more flat to his armor.
And
Right,
that's
wow.
pretty powerful too.
I didn't notice it the first time, but
Need to open the passage somehow.
okay. So this is the door. Therazane. What's a Therazane? Must be Elementa? Yeah, Elementa. Therazane. There's no such thing as a risk-free real estate investment. It might turn out your new home as a leaky roof, structural rot in the attic, a scratched floor in the living room, or elven ruins beneath its foundations, and within them enormous earth elemental just waiting for a chance to break free of its chains. Fighting such a monster is no easy task. Its tough outer husk deflects all but the strongest blows. It can liquefy a man's bones with one crushing blow from its fists, thus one should never near it without first casting the Quen sign. One should have the Erden sign at the ready as well, whereas the other signs, Igni, Ardenaxia, are completely ineffective against it. Erden and Quen, and Dimeterium bombs and elemental oil. Huh. So it seems like elven ruins in this game are kind of the equivalent of like Indian burial grounds in North America. But oh well. Looks like I'm gonna have to find a way around. So let's see. Dive. Anything on this side? Nope. Surface a bit. Probably more this way, yeah? Yeah. So let's climb up. And what do we have? Use. That'll be the door.
Something clicked.
Da 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 da. Can I just climb up here? No? How do I get... Oh, this way. Yeah. Nice and easy. Alrighty. Portal. Magic barrier.
Managed to break its magic bonds.
Hello.
A few days more and it would have wreaked havoc all around.
Yep, Erden's on. Dum 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 dum. Oh, do I need to push that off? Ah! That's one magic barrier done. Woo! Put Gwen on for the time being. Come on. Slammer, slammer, slammer. Slammer, slammer, slammer. Ooh. So now Quen's on. Ooh. Never mind. Let's put Erden back on. Wait for it to charge up again. Woo. Woo. Dodging, dodging, dodging. Erden's ready. Oh, that actually came from the outside of the arena. Come on, Therazane. Come here. Woo. Alright. And Quen's ready. So put that on. Keep him in place with Erden. Stay behind him as much as I can. Ooh. Still got Quen ready, which is good. Wow. Okay. Woo. Stay behind him. Da, 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 da. There should really be a thing where your blades get chipped the more you fight Earth Elementals. And I'm sure that comes into like the durability thing, but yeah. They should be weak to like blunt hammers and so on. Earth Elemental Trophy. Cool. Well, that's that. And we just make our way out of the cave. Do, 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 do. Yep. Keep going up. So yeah, people must really not like to investigate much when it's going on in their homes, because a haunted house with doors slamming shut and whatnot, hello, that wasn't clearly a ghost. So yeah, oh well. Well, people do things when they get scared, so. Ha 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 ha. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. You can increase the amount you can carry by fitting your horse metal saddlebags. I think the saddlebags I've got on are pretty good. Like 120 extra carry weight at the moment. I don't think I can get much better than that for the time being. Alright, so collect the reward from Kurt Dysett. And yeah, Kurt Dysett does seem like the kind of person you can fleece for a lot of gold. Just like, he has no concept of how dangerous fighting these things are. It's like, yeah, just pay the money, get it done. So, excuse me. Kurt, I've come for my money.
Yes?
Here to collect the reward.
House shouldn't give you any more trouble. A little renovation and it should be fit for you to move into.
Truly? Why, the estate's price just spiked sharp.
How on earth could you know that?
Precisely was the problem.
Earth elemental trapped in the cellar. It was just trying to get out. Almost demolished the house in the effort.
Far more interesting than a ghost, that's certain. The cellar you mentioned, is it an estate to be furnished?
Hard to say.
We shall see. Ah, your bounty. There you are. And farewell.
Farewell, Geralt of Rivia. Alright, well, that's another quest done. Ashes to Ashes. Why did I get that trophy? Which contract? So, let's go for... I guess we'll go for the Lord of the Wood.
Back again,
Yeah, I'm getting loads of experience for taking out these Witcher contracts now. Like, I was getting, what, 10, 20 for the minor side quest, but which contract you get, like, 300 per each one? I'm gonna level up very quickly. Right, where do I actually need to go? So this is... Oh, okay, it's not that far away. But I should probably turn right here and get that fast travel marker just to speed things along. So, fast travel here. And we'll zip on over to Cunny the Goose. It's such a good name, Cunny the Goose. I always wondered how people come up with the names of their pubs and restaurants and so on. It's like, oh, there's like 10 different Red Lions in like I don't know, a couple of cities in the region. But then you get the really interesting ones that are like based on old folk tales. It's like an old rhyming slang as well. And Cunny the Goose sounds like one of those. Alright. Open sesame. Do you have anything for me? Do you have a Gwent card? I might buy a Gwent card. Can I buy a Gwent card? Just very quickly before I talk to the dude. Yeah, you got Gwent cards. So take that. Take that. And that. And that. And that. Sweet. No, I don't need anything else. So that's fine.
So long.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
I saw your notice.
Saw the notice. Let's say I'm interested.
That's good. Grand even. Name's Breen Hotch. I posted that slip.
Gonna need details.
Course. Well, through a series of regrettable events, I came to own a spread of forest ripe for logging, near Novigrad. At a distance from any roads, but quite near the port. Easy gold, right? Just hire some lumberjacks and count the coin.
Why were the events regrettable?
Details about the monster, not your business.
Oh, it's all linked, see? I took on some dwarven loggers, but they came to me, claiming the forest haunted. Thought them lazy, nothing more. Then one day, they went in the wood, and only one returned. Said some forest devil had attacked him.
Forest devil. So, what's the price, my friend?
Let's talk about my pay, because the current offer's just not enough.
Alright, let's see if I can push the boat out a bit again. 340.
I've not offered a fortune, but what you ask is simply too much. Calm down a bit so we can settle.
That was
this.
quite a lot, actually. So, let's put it down 300.
You're not cheap, but I can see you've tried to be reasonable. We might still agree a price.
Well, if it's 260, I guess I'll try 285.
Very well.
Oh well.
Let us say that's a price I'll pay willingly.
I'll tend to it.
I'll take the job. This logger, where'll I find him?
Around. Last I saw him, he was drinking away his pay. Said he had to honor his dead comrades.
Alright, but where is he? Talk to witnesses? Oh, there's witnesses here in the pub. Well then. No, here you are. Lumberjack!
Welcome, traveller. Drink with me, you cocksucker. Fucking knock back if you so's my mates will race peaceful.
You got a very red nose.
Something ploughed them up good, but I don't know what it was. Don't know who or what to curse.
Talked to one Breen Hotch. Told me all about your comrade's death.
No blicker. We tried to explain some horror was prowling the forest. He refused to believe it.
Well, you didn't actually tell him what it was, so... I happen to be tracking the monster myself, though.
He's hired me. Wants me to find the beast that attacked you and your friends.
Is that so? Well, I take back what he said. Good man, Breen, though a halfling.
Tell me about the attack.
Casual
What do
racism.
you remember?
We were making our way out of the forest, loaded with wood like pack horses. All of a sudden we heard a bloody howl, like a wolf's. Pack leaders. We legged it, but then the cartwheel was stuck. Magnus Rector hollered I should run to the hut for the crossbows, so I ran. Come back to the woods. Bloody plough and massacre. Couldn't tell me mates apart.
Thanks. Really helpful, lad.
Kill the bugger. Will you?
I plan to, but that was not helpful in the slightest. But I guess we make do with the best we've got. So find the woodcutter's hut where Hotch is staying. Should be fairly nearby. We'll just do a quick check just to make sure it actually is. It's a bit further than I thought it was. There's not really a marker close to that, so we will go with Roach. Roachy, my boy. There you are. Come now. On we go. Onwards, noble steed. Follow the roads. Follow the other road. That's where we need to go. Lita says, alright, sleep for me. Have a great day, fellas, and have fun. Thanks for joining the stream, Lita. I'm glad I've had you here. And yes, have a good night's sleep. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you again soon. Okay. So, we're gonna go... Oh, I've got a new marker. Nice. Glory Gates. Come on, Roach. I know the dwarves, but you can just, you know, trample them underfoot. No, 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 no. Ugh. Dear me.
Slow now.
Cross over here.
Run, Roach.
Run, Roach, run. Right, here we go. This is better. Come on, you can gallop faster than that, Roach. Dear oh dear. Oh. I guess galloping and trotting are not quite as
Logger's hut. Find a spot where they died.
conducive. Alright, so tracks. Tracks. Where do the tracks go? Actually, do I need to investigate this? Examine? There we go.
Deep ruts. Logger's wagon must have stopped here. Then they went down this road. Probably towards their clearing.
Yeah, here we go. Dum. So what could this terrible beast actually be? It's not gonna be a load of deers. Wait, what? Hello? Oh. Alright, neckers. Just gonna get in my way. Alright. Open road. There's the car. So, dead bodies?
There was a fight here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That necker actually scared me. Can I have my sword out? Thank you. Don't know why Geralt wanted to start punching a necker. What else to investigate? Something here?
A dwarf went this way.
Ah, someone made it out. So, follow those tracks. Nope, he's dead.
Roots pinned this one to the ground. So hard he suffocated.
Roots. That seems to be something magical. What's this? What's over here?
Deep wound on his back. Bled to death.
Do we have anything to follow? Ah. Oh no, that's just the necker's body. Okay, yeah. Lesser green mutagen. Oh, I guess is there something here? Yeah.
Clawed the rock. Must have been angry and strong. Everything says Leshen, a young one. Must have arrived here recently. Need to find its totem. Those serve Leshens. Should find some near the totem.
Alright. Totem.
Not a Leshen's birds. False trail.
Alright. So, second one's over here. Nope.
Ordinary ravens looks like. No sign of a totem.
Totem. Oh, there's two. Okay. So which one's actually closer? This one on the left. Totem.
Not a Leshen's birds. False trail.
Yes, what?
Lo and behold, a Leshen's totem. Now, to destroy it. Ought to piss it off, make it leave its lair.
Igni was ineffectual. There we are. Oh, Leshen. Come here. No Leshen? There, Leshen. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, just doing his old teleportation trick. Right, well, stick Igni on. Oh, it's not a Leshen, it's a Kernan. Kernan. Hello, my friend. Use my super skilled light attack flurry. Oop, hello. Thought I'd be able to follow up with the Igni, but nope. So I've got the light attack skill flurry. Oh god. Doesn't really seem very useful for single enemy targets, but it has come in handy for multiple fights with like bandits and marauders when they're all surrounding you. But yeah, I wonder if the heavy attack flurry would be better for that kind of stuff. Burn, Leshen, burn! Right, I'm going to put water on to regenerate. Come here, you. You disappearing? Oop. Try and burn him as I can. Disappearing? Yeah. Big Harry says, the Leshen is my favorite enemy model, and the skill flurries are both better for humans. Yeah. And no, I have to agree, the Leshen does look like the most visually interesting boss, or, like, enemy I've seen so far. I haven't seen, like, vampires transforming yet, so that might look a bit better, but Leshens are pretty cool. They're like, almost like Wendigos in some ways. I will take that trophy. Bing. You'll be able to enchant your sword in the first DLC to extend the range of those special attacks. Ooh, that sounds good. Right, so now it's just find somewhere to go to fast travel, and I'll make sure to fix up my weapons durability as well. Hang on, which direction do I actually need to go? I need to go... Oh, I'll go towards Lucian's windmill. It's a lot closer now. Sprint, Geralt, sprint! There we are. So, we'll zip back to Cunny the Goose. There we are. So, the enchantment of the sword extends the range of the sword for skill flurries? Because that's pretty sick. Because then it's just like, you can have a I don't know, a 3-meter long sword and just like cut people's heads off from multiple meters away. Did it.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Job's done.
I killed the Leshen that attacked the lumberjacks.
Oh, that's wonderful. Grand even. I'll have to find some new loggers, but there's no shortage of folk looking for work. But can I be certain no other Leshen will show?
It's possible, I suppose. Have to find a witcher if it happens.
Aye, yes, yes. Well, you're due a reward. I'm not the kind not to pay for a job well done.
Farewell.
Okay, cool, done. The skill flurries are not really that useful without the enchantment. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, another quest down. Let's go to witch contracts. And yeah, you know what? We can do level 25 one. Kill the necrophages. The inhabitants of Oniton had a problem, one only a witcher could resolve. A monster they unhelpfully called a spook was haunting the woods near their village. Geralt decided to see what kind of beast it really was and then kill it. Alright, so... door is in the opposite direction. I don't know why I went it that way. Hang on. Door. There we go. And we'll have the fast travel marker. Gone past it. The Beast of Oniton. Zoom. Zoom. I guess the bookmaker's is closest. Ta-da! The color of an enemy's health bar indicates whether you should fight it with your steel or silver sword. Really? I thought the health bars were just red. Huh. And I'll, let's do the durability before I forget. So, should have a weapon one somewhere. There we are. I don't need to use the master's one. Let's use the journeyman. Yeah, there we go. Well, to Oniton. Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen, like... Obviously, you know, humans and dogs and wolves and so on are all silver sword, but those are always red. When it comes to necrophages and leshens and stuff like that, I've never seen a different health bar colour. It's really an odd one. So, we are here now. Oh! I guess it's kind of pale white and oh god, whoa.
You like that silver?
Eek. Yeah, I guess they do have a slightly different health bar color. Wow. Huh. I thought I had adrenaline points to save me, but I guess not. Whew, that was terrible. Whew. Let's see. Is that going to put me back past the quest that I just finished or not? I hope not. Yeah, I guess silver sword enemies have like a white health bar, but normal enemies just have a red health bar. Can't say I ever noticed that before. You have a certain degree of control over your speed and direction while sliding. Alright. Yeah, necrophages. Cool. Alright. So, let's put that weapon repair stuff on again. Journeyman, silver sword. Actually, do I have any even better swords yet? I probably don't, but it's worth checking. Adendythe, Dageith, Dythwin, Adendythe again, Fate, Anathema, Elthrad, Devim, Ashrune, Blooded, Cleaverhood, Black Unicorn, Brigade sword, Skeletal longsword. No, I don't have anything better. Alright, it's worth checking. Back to the necrophages! And this time I should probably not just spam the attack button when it comes to the Alguls. Need to fight like a witcher. Fight smart. Alrighty. Algul. Burn! Whoa, I've never seen that blue effect before. And they're even running away. Interesting. Yeah, the Alguls seem to knock you back, but they don't do actually damage when they knock you back. And the fact that they like regenerate their health is quite annoying. Because you can't just like pummel them constantly. And because the enemy scaling is on, that's causing another problem. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. God damn. Oh, they recover so much health so quickly. I want to get, like, one of them on their own. Like, you. I want to get you and your own. There we go. That's one. Cool. That's good. Use potions. I should, shouldn't I? Alright, that's one done. I can put Quen on again. And take on you. Ah, Quen actually goes down with each like single attack I do. I didn't notice that before. And that's how you take on Alguls. Okay. Well.
Not a living soul in sight. Something evil's been here. Necrophages appeared after.
You learn something new every day. Alright, where the cat and wolf play. Hang on. Contract the Beast of Oniton. Okay, weird. Right, let's put the torch on. Can't see a goddamn thing.
Sword wounds.
Ah, humans. Axie is great against Alguls as well. Okay, let's see if I can try and keep that in mind next time I fight one.
This happened recently.
Alright, so fire's burning, fetch the engine. What shall become of Temeria? Death and destruction.
Somebody's well off. Especially for Velen, a Leshen's head.
Ooh.
Chopped off with
Wow.
a sharp knife. Well, well. Somebody beat me to it.
Another Leshen so quickly. Interesting. Another hut. What's in here?
First cut severed the aorta. Second hit the femoral artery. He died quickly. Didn't put up a fight.
Anything else in here? More loot stuff? No? Okay. What's this?
Gut sliced open. Probably died defending its owner.
Aww. Okay, another hut. Another place.
Blade pierced her back between vertebrae. Severed her spinal cord. She couldn't move. Bled to death.
That's a rough way to go. Let's loot you, just because I can. Are there really enemies outside? Wow. Okay. Alright, so let's go for Axie. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, they don't even do the defensive thing when they're hit with Axie. I see. Alright, that's his roll. Okay. Axie! Stun, stun, stun! Go, 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 go! Uh-oh. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Axie and Quen seem to be the ways to go for Al Ghul's. Another hut. Stables. What's the... Oh,
Just
whoa!
wonderful. Mixed with something.
Stun you.
Smell.
Are you really... Get your goddamn sword out, Geralt. Why would you not do that?
Wolfsbane. Potion.
Whew, okay. Alright, what's in here? Swords.
Pitchfork. Dangerous weapon at close quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Arm severed above the elbow with one blow.
Strong. Okay.
Imperial mustache. Plump cheeks. Important man.
I don't know how we can tell
Cause
it's an
of death,
imperial mustache, but
stab
okay.
wound. Blade between the ribs, straight to the heart. Holding something. Silver chain, snapped. Ripped it off someone.
Ah, child!
Stop.
Chase the child! Chase! Okay.
A doll. And a child's footprints.
I'll take that doll then. Follow the footprints all around. Inside the house.
In one window, out the other. Smart.
Huh. Let's go around the house then. Chase after this small child that doesn't know what they're doing.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you.
I should though.
Calm down. Just want to talk to you.
Leave me be! Killer! Murderer!
I got it wrong. I'm...
You've cat eyes! Same as him!
Same as him. Same as who?
Same as...
Same as him! The bad man who killed everyone!
Did he have two swords on his back?
Not telling you nothing! Go away!
I can do it. I found your doll. That seems a bit nicer than doing the mental manipulation. I found your doll.
This doll yours, maybe?
It is
He got a name?
Master Freckleface.
Pretty.
Give him to me. Please.
If you tell me. No, of course, here. Be nice.
Doubt Master Freckleface would be much help on the path, so... Here. Now, think you could tell me what happened here? I need to know.
All woods. They was haunted. Some spook. Uncle Silvermere said we best fetch a witcher. So one came. Looked lots like you, but there were evil in his eyes. He bought the spook's headset. Uncle Silvermere run up about something. He yelled and he cursed. And then he went to the barn and
Well, that's a bit distressing. I think we get the gist of it. They didn't give him the right payment for killing the Leshen.
Shh. Think I know the rest.
He let me go. I don't know why. And then he went that way, towards the circle where we leave gifts for the gods. I hid in the barn. Found this line in the A.
School of the Cat.
Oh, that's a cat
Thanks.
medallion.
You've been a big help. What'll you do? Got any family around here?
Me auntie lives in
I'll be fair
Alton.
though, that did look like a wolf
I'll
head
take
to
you
me.
to her. But first I gotta see to this bad man. Stay put and keep quiet. Understood? Sit tight, kid.
Follow the tracks in the stone circle using your Witcher
We went off
senses.
towards the circle. That'd be the place to start.
Where the cat and wolf play. So, is there like a designation of cat school
Stone
witches
circle.
are evil
Need to look
and
around,
wolf
footprints.
school witches are not?
Barely
Or
visible.
is it just like
Must be him.
all humans are bad and all witches are bad and... Well, not all witches are bad, obviously, but people and witches are subject to the same things as normal humans, so...
Bastard.
I'm gonna die to these dogs. Out of the way, dogs. Oh. See, this is where the flurry comes into its own. So you swallow. Okay, thank you for causing me to spend more time than was necessary on this trail.
Blood. Still fresh. He's close.
Maybe they ate the Witcher. Dum dum. Most cat school witches aren't witches anymore. They do other jobs mostly. Yeah, I think that was a plot point for Letho actually, that he was an assassin, because that's what the Viper School taught him.
You lost something.
Come all that way to give me my medallion? Thanks. Craft Solidarity's alive and well.
But our craft's reputation is on its last legs. Folk won't easily forget that massacre.
Occupational hazard. Could have happened to any one of us.
Yeah, okay then.
Well, what are you still doing here?
Exacting revenge! Not sure yet, we're gonna talk.
I want to chat first, then we'll see.
Take a seat.
I'll stand. Now talk. Honorton, what happened?
Come on. You know what happened. Know what they wanted to pay me for the lesson? Go on, guess.
20 gold. 50.
50.
Ha ha, if only. 12.
12?
Understand, pal. 12 fucking crowns. Barely covers my potion ingredients.
Yeah, that was nowhere near.
What did you agree to?
That several times over. But when it came time to pay up, you know the routine. Oh, good sir, me young'uns are starving. There's a war on. Gods have mercy. Show some pity.
Rings a bell, but that's no reason to kill.
I'm not finished. I told them I wouldn't show pity. And if I didn't see gold, they'd wish they had the lesson back. They got these grim looks. Then the alderman spoke. Come now, Master Witcher. Me and the lads, we hid some gold in the barn, so's the Baron's men wouldn't take it. Come, you'll get your coin right quick. I fell for it, like a fool. One of them chattered on while another jabbed me in the back with a pitchfork.
How did you survive that?
How the hell did you survive that? Pitchfork wounds are bad. Know that all too well.
I turned at the last instant. Prongs went in shallow, at an angle. Missed my lungs. I admit, I lost my temper. Lost it bad. I'm used to shit bounties, to the cheating, to them begging me for help, and then spitting as I pass. But murder me? Just to save a few crowns? I'm supposed to protect Horsens like that? So I drew steel, and didn't sheathe it till the ground was slick with blood.
Why did you spare the girl?
The girl. Why'd you spare her?
'Cause... it doesn't matter.
It does matter, I asked you the
Wouldn't
question.
have asked if it didn't. Talk.
Reminded me of my sister. How I remember her from... just before they took me away to the School of the Cat.
How is she now?
Died about 10 years ago. Of old age. Well, we've had our little heart-to-heart, Witcher to Witcher. What now?
It's not my job to judge you. The lots of innocents died in that village. But if I say lots of innocents died in that village, does that mean I'm going to try and attack him myself? Because I don't necessarily want that to happen. Lots of innocents died in the village, though.
A lot of innocents died in that village.
Yeah, they did. My fucking bad. Got carried away.
Not the first time either, right?
Wanna kill me, Wolf? Fine. Draw your blade. But don't force me to confess.
Godspeed. I don't want to prepare to fight.
Take care now.
That's it? Not gonna lecture me? Make me promise to mend my ways?
They call me the Butcher of Blaviken, for good reason. I know how it is. Sometimes heads just roll.
Wait.
Hmm?
I'm no cheap prick like those hayseeds. I owe you something.
Hey.
Directions to my stash. Take what you want.
That's nice.
Thanks.
No, thank you. Good luck on the path, Wolf.
Alrighty. So, what has he got in his stash? I'm going to clean him out, obviously, but if he's not got anything useful, it's like, Just having a contemplative moment. Alright.
Should get back to the kid before something else sniffs her out.
Escort the girl from Oniton to her relatives in Oniton. And I'll do the take what you want quest after I've sorted out the girl. Take what you want, give nothing back. It's a pirate's life for me. Alright, so where is the girl? Over here. Hello, girl.
Ow. You're back! I thought you'd not return. That he'd hurt you too.
I'm tough.
I'm fine. And you don't need to worry about him anymore.
So you'll take me to my auntie's. It's awful here.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure thing. Let's go.
Think I could ride on your shoulders?
That would be a lot easier than you trying to follow after me, actually, so yes.
So long as you promise not to pull my hair.
I promise.
Ah, that's nice.
Then hop on up.
Don't mind the swords either. Because that's gonna get in the way just a bit. And we're just gonna fast travel over to Auntie's. That would make things a lot easier. I'm seeing a loading screen, so I assume that is going to be the case. But you never know. There we go.
Auntie Lucy!
Millie, what are you doing here, you naughty girl?
Cause back in the village, there's no...
I'll explain. You run along and play a bit, alright?
God, she's got a giant head compared to Geralt there. I know it's just the perspective, but it just looks huge.
There was a massacre in Honorton. No survivors. Well, except her.
The gods, what happened? A bandit attack?
The spook they were having trouble with killed him, yeah.
A monster killed them. A Leshen. They'd posted a contract, but I arrived too late.
'Twas a lovely village. Good folk lived there, good and true. Oh, 'tis tragic. Tragic indeed.
You'll look after her?
Truth be told, you'd do better to take her with you.
Hey,
Funny.
another Witcher.
Used to be folk were afraid we'd take their kids.
Used to be folk weren't so in need. Got 4 of me own grandkids. Used to be 6, but we buried 2 last winter. Hard to live off naught but bark soup.
Can I actually take the child away and take her to Kaer Morhen? Is that a thing? Because I'd prefer to do that. No, let's be generous.
Take this. Use it for food, and only food. If I come back and see you drinking.
So much. The gods reward ye, Master Witcher, 1,000 blessings.
I kind of like the idea of having
I
her
was
be
on my
another
way.
Witcher.
No. But why?
Witcher's lot in life. Always on the road, on the path.
Will you come back and see me sometime?
Sure.
Hope so. Take care, kid.
Millie, come, child. We'll buy a bit of flour. Your aunt'll whip up some pancakes. Sound good to ye?
Whip up some pancakes. Okay. Take what you want. But not what you need. Yeah, so I guess Hangman's Alley's closest. Alright, so we're in Oriton. Let's find that fast travel marker. And we'll head on over to Hangman's Alley. Swing. Zzzt. Bzzz. Hangman's Alley. So I wonder if he's going to give us diagrams for armor and gear or enhanced diagrams for armor and gear. Like, you'd expect a cat school witcher to have diagrams for cat school armor and weapons and stuff, but maybe that's not the case. Excuse me, bandits. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna run off to the woods now. Hello? Bandits? Alright. Stun. Stun. Get rid of you, my friend. You've got a shield, so I need to do something about that. There we are. Okay. Rusty Velen sword. Velen longsword. And a mace, I think. Alright, so... Yep. Geronimo! Well, I hope they didn't clean out the stash before I did.
Foglid, Ghoul, Grave Hag. Wonder why he didn't turn in these trophies. Maybe they tried to cheat him then, too.
Potentially. What's this? Golden Spirit. Ah, there we go. Hiding in the corner. Letter to Galen and Tiger. What's the letter to Galen? Oh, I can do the 5,000 crowns now. Ah, yes, I can do that. Cool. Galen, it's over. Soldiers have taken the school. They killed Axel and Cedric. As for Schrodinger, well, I can't say for sure. Might be alive, might be dead. Ha 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 ha. Bounties have been put on your head and mine. Avoid cities and the high roads. Don't attract any attention. Joel. Ah, that's a terrible joke. As for Schrodinger, he might be alive, he might be dead. It's just like, ugh. Why would you do that? But as I have 5,000 crowns, I can actually do the next part of that enchantment startup cost thing. And I know the quest is actually a higher level than what I'm supposed to be at, but I don't care. I've got 5,000 crowns, I might as well use them now. So, off we go. And we'll be heading off to the northeast of the map this time. I think I should point out, I don't think we saw the enchantment startup business costs thing on stream. It was an undiscovered location marker, and it's like, oh wow, there's a dude here. So this dude is a rune wright, and by giving him 5,000 crowns, I'm giving him money to, you know, have the materials on making his business. And as a, you know, help or reward for that, it's I've got the opportunity to get extra glyphs and so on. So you'll need much more than 5k, around 30 or 40k. It's a DLC quest. Well, I can, you know, do the first part of it at least. Like, I'm not spending the 5,000 gold on anything else yet. So, yeah. Okay. So, 5,000 crowns to the Ophieri Runewright. Hello, Runewright.
Praised be the world in its never-ending creation.
I have 5,000.
Got some coin on me. This enough?
Start it is.
Costly craft.
Yet the costs do not end with coin. Need I shall also a jade stone of size substantial.
Jade stone, eh?
See what I can do.
Do I have one? Find a pickaxe. Well, I guess I'll get a pickaxe and find one. Acquire a hunk of jade for the Ophieri Runewright. Well, yeah, that does seem very much like a much later thing to do. But alrighty. So let's have a look. See which contracts. Got one for the Oxenfurt Drunk. Oxenfurt the Academy may be my alma mater, but Oxenfurt the town, that is where I received my true education. The experiences I had in its inns and alleyways often left me a trembling wreck, overwhelmed by the majesty of the world opening up before me. Sadly, during the Third Nilfgaardian War, the town became a shadow of its former self, and the few who remained in its inns and alleyways risked not enlightenment but death at the hands of a mysterious murderer. Geralt, bless his heart, decided to investigate the matter, suspecting that the responsible party might be a monster.
It's northeast of Novigrad. Ought to try my luck there.
You won't be able to kill the monster that are near the Jade. Right, okay, so come back much later. Cool. Will do, will do. So, Oxenfurt Drunk and Oxenfurt Harbour. Da 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 bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Damaged or broken items have lowered stats. Take care of your equipment. Oh, I didn't realize they had lowered stats when damaged. I figured when they were broken they would have, like, you know, much less stats than what they already do, but yeah. Maybe I need to fix my armor then. So, let's get that inventory on. We've got an armorer's repair kit or two. Over here. Yep. That'll do. Okay. So, talk to the Redanian officer. Hello, sir. I'm here about the contract.
Here to talk about the contract.
Contract? Ah, yes. Put my mark to something of the sort. Seems that creatures attacking lonely passers-by, abandoning their corpses in gutters around Oxenfurt.
Isn't that something you should look into?
Perhaps, but we've a ploughing war to win. Haven't got the time to clean gutters.
Reward's a little bit tiny.
Let's talk about the
little
reward.
bit tiny reward.
Acquit yourself well and you'll not be disappointed. Redanian army's no band of scruffs. We can afford to hire a witcher.
So what you're saying is that I should charge you more, yes? Ooh.
I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere, but it's still too much.
Okay, so let's see, 365? No?
I see you've taken a more reasonable tack. We're finally getting somewhere.
355?
It's still too much.
There we go.
Very well. That I can pay with a clear conscience.
Sweet. I'll do it.
I'll take the job. Need to hear some details.
You'll learn everything I know.
Alright, so, victims.
Like to examine the victims' bodies.
A corpse is a corpse.
I see the wounds. Might be able to tell what kind of monster killed them.
Ask our Sawbones. He'll know if the corpses have been burned or not. You'll most likely find him in the hut on the riverbank. Our impromptu morgue.
And witnesses?
Any witnesses to these attacks? Anyone see the beast?
Some woman survived an attack. They say she's not been sober since. I'd try the tavern in Oxenfurt if you're willing to try talking to her.
Cool, alright.
Won't give me any trouble with the reward, will you?
Nah, I want this out of my hair.
Good. Good to know he's not going to screw me on my reward. Okay, so if we are heading off to the tavern, we need to head through the city. And I guess it's this way. Hello, drunk lady. Hello, woman. Ah!
Oh, will you buy a round for a victim of the beast?
Let's talk about this attack.
Tell me about the monster. How you were attacked.
I'd need another bottle to get through it.
Wow. You'll do without it.
I think you'll tell me everything I need to know. Bottle or no bottle.
Yes, I will. I was leaving the inn that night. Might have had a drink or 5. I'm sure I wasn't hallucinating. Something down an alley called my name. It was dark. Couldn't see what it was, but it wasn't no human. Of that I'm certain.
What makes you so sure?
I just know. This thing grabbed the hem of my skirt, but I broke free and ran.
So you didn't actually see it?
That it? You didn't see much.
Don't believe me either, do you? Fuck you! Fuck you all!
Alright, jeez. You don't need to get, you know, all antsy about it. You're drunk. Okay, so let's see the alleyway.
Spare a copper or two.
Did you see anything?
Spare a copper or two.
No, I guess not. Okay. Aha! What was that?
A bracelet. Pretty worn. Silver under the gilding. Too big for a woman's wrist. Attacker lost it most likely.
Interesting. He lost a silver bracelet. I don't know how he would have lost it either, because he didn't, like, get overpowered or anything. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Weird. Oh, so the hut on the riverbank is the impromptu morgue. Medic? Hello?
You the medic? I'd like to see the monster's victims.
Oh, yes. I've not had them burned yet. Must get to that.
Have you examined them?
You done autopsies yet? Intend to?
Why would I?
You got a weird mask.
Beggars and vagrants. Every last one stinking of cheap wine.
Mind if I have a look?
In point of fact, I'd prefer you didn't sniff around.
Why?
Gonna make me come back with a written order?
Good grief. Pushy, aren't we? Here, the key to the morgue. Look all you want.
Why would you not want me to look? So... Examine! No, examine!
He was drunk. Someone dragged him over the cobblestones. Fang marks on his neck. Vampire sucked his blood.
Ooh, another vampire. Sweet. Okay, how about you?
Vampire bites and the strong stench of alcohol. Just like the other one.
Another vampire.
Fondness for jewelry. Wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a catachan. Except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards.
Huh.
That's the way to lure it out.
Catachan. You need to be drunk for a vampire to come after you. That's gotta be a weird, like, taste preference for a vampire. Like, the blood of a drunkard. What would make the blood of a drunkard tasty. Would it be the fact that they're drunk and they've got loads of alcohol in, or, you know, just a weird one. Anyway, so let's go back to the innkeep. How do I get in? Needs to be this way. There we go. Innkeep, I require your finest wine. Stepan.
Oh, I remember you. What'll it be?
Oh, the vampire wants to get drunk too. So I guess they can't get drunk off normal alcohol.
Want to get drunk off my ass, and it's got to be on cheap wine.
Trouble with the lass? Or did your enterprise go under?
Neither. Just part of the job.
Getting drunk on the job, yeah?
You to pay in advance.
Yeah, I can do that.
Pour, and keep it coming.
That's a weird thing to say. I want to get really drunk. It's part of my job. Oh, wow. Okay. Walk around the tavern to provoke the catacomb.
Once was a maid from Vaco, Varro. Tight at night, she'd be loose tomorrow. Early in the morning.
Which vampires probably can get drunk off wine, but they prefer to get drunk off blood.
With sorrow till early in the morning.
Catacan didn't hear it. I'll try another verse.
Walk around near the tavern. Come on, Geralt. You got another ditty in you, I know.
Our third maid was not handy. Gave it up to any man standing
Early in the morning. No?
All right. Sheesh.
I'm expecting to get accosted by a member of the royal, well, not royal guard, but a soldier or someone in disguise, and they will be the catacomb.
I sense your blood.
Gale.
Come out and fight, bitch.
I shall drink
You will try. Hello. What? What's going on?
Where's that damned catacan?
Oh, I have to lure him out again? Huh.
I can hear it.
Well, that drunkenness wore off very quickly. Weird. Alright, well, let's face Catacan. He's invisible!
I can hear it.
Just follow the red glowing circles. Hiding in an alleyway.
It's going to the hut by the river.
In the hut? Oh, key required. What? Has anyone got a spare key? That's locked. Let's try and break in from above, I guess. Witches have really fast metabolism, that's why they don't get drunk easily. Ooh, I'll take that, thank you.
Damn, you're ugly.
Yours, me. Yeah, he's very glam, this catacomb. There we go. Ooh, key to the catacomb lair. Potions would kill witches if their metabolism wasn't fast otherwise. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. Well, catacomb done. So the key to the catacomb lair was literally just to open that door from the inside. And now I can go and get the reward from the officer. Sweet. Officer! Killed a catacomb.
Killed the monster that was murdering folk. Turns out a Katakan was prowling the city.
You speak true. But what on earth's a Katakan?
A higher vampire. Particularly interesting case, this one.
How the hell could a foul beast be interesting?
This one liked alcohol. Had a hugely inflated ego, too.
What matters is you snuffed it out. Due some praise for that, Witcher.
So long.
Yeah, level 25. Oh wow, I've got 3 points available. I should really spend some of those. Okay, so I need another 7 points in this branch to get to the bottom tier. Let's see what we got for this. Fire streams up. I need another 7 points for the next tier of the blue. What's the next thing? So I can do an ally, do active shield, drain stamina, damage absorb vitality, art sweep. Let's see. Is there anything potion wise I should do? Poison blades. Time is slowed when aiming bombs. Alchemy formula increases maximum toxicity. Time automatically slows when an enemy is about to perform a counterattack. That could be useful. Let's see what we got here. Gorged on power. You ignore bomb and special bolt effects. That might not be bad. I don't want to do bomb damage. Defensive actions generate adrenaline points. 3 points in special category. That takes a lot of space for other points. Alchemy can be really OP. We shoot an additional bolt. Yeah, I guess alchemy would be a good one to go for. Because these are all kind of... They're okay, but they're not, like, amazing. Yeah, 30 points toxicity is not great. Ah, here we go. Bear school techniques. Griffin school techniques. Cat school. So each piece of light armor increases critical hit damage by 25% and fast attack damage by 5%. So I think having the different schools... Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Red is easiest to use. Blue can be fun, mostly later on. Well, I'm going to go with Cat School. Ta-da! But I can't equip it yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. And then the alchemy stuff. Let's see. There was one that I thought was interesting. Time automatically slows. But that's in Frenzy. Magic Trap. Fire Intensity. Pyromaniac. Yeah, let's go for a bit more of the blue stuff, I guess. The problem is that you need to spend points in other things that you don't really necessarily care about to get the next thing. But, oh well. Do I want to do that? Oh, of course. Why not just put this up? Put that up to full. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And what I can do is switch you guys around. So you are on the right hand side. And then the whirl ability is on here. There we go. So that increases that attack power now. I need to go and put that other one here. Cat School. Oh no, it's this one. Strongback. Yeah, I'm never taking Strongback off. And what's this one we got? Focus. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Do I have any better mutagens? I should really, like, go to the mutagen list first and then select, rather than doing it the other way around. But oh well. Red mutagen. There we go. I guess that's the strongest I've got. So, cool. Alright. So, another quest. Another adventure. Let's go. Keep going on the witch contracts for the time being, I think. Actually, no. I'm on level 25 now. We're getting a little bit higher level. So, secondary quests. We've got the Memorial Derby, Fists of Fury. Fists of Fury is not that interesting. Ooh, there's a high stakes Gwent tournament. Again, Gwent's one of those things that I'm like, Ah, okay, yes, let's do this one actually, because this is for the blacksmith in Novigrad, and I can get him to upgrade armor and actually buy stuff from me now. Okay, so, of swords and dumplings, a witcher without a blade is like a potter without hands, and thus they are always on the lookout for skilled smiths to reforge or repair their deadly limbs. One day, Geralt encountered a certain Hattori, a former master swordsmith who had transitioned into the pre-made edibles trade. He decided to convince the man to give up this dough business and return to his former practice. Little did he know that this would be the start of a strange and toilsome adventure involving skelligers, dumplings, shady ore dealers, and I kid you not, crafting supplies. To a witcher, a sword is like a lover. He must caress it, care for it, devote some time to it each night. But as with lovers, there are times one comes across a specimen so superior and not one's own that one cannot help but consider replacing the old with the new. Geralt was fully aware of these principles, so when he heard about the legendary swordsmith named Hattori, a tingle ran down his spine, butterflies took flight in his stomach, and he resolved to find the craftsman. And we've got some other stuff, alchemy-wise, and Skellige. Alright, so we must go to Hattori. And fast travel back over to Novigrad. Bzz. Alright, so Novigrad docks. Yeah, it's kind of hard to think about what, like, abilities I want to use in each of the categories for the character sheet. I guess it gets easier the more points you have, because it's like, well, I've got to spend them on something, so I might as well just, like, play around with it. But I don't actually know if you can commit and change your reallocation of points. Hey, Hattori.
This the place?
Greetings, Witcher. It's nearby. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Lead the way.
Splendid. Come.
Well, lead the way. There we go. Go on.
The king of beggars, man. His name is Tinboy.
Tinboy?
What do you know about him?
Not much. He's easy to ire, so tread carefully. We need him far more than he needs us.
Alright, so don't piss off Tinboy.
You were to come alone, elf. Who's this?
A concerned friend.
Fine. Here's how we see things. The boss at Loggerheads with Cleaver, there's got to be a payoff. We've got an offer, and it's non-negotiable.
Surprise us.
A steady supply of iron in exchange for 50% of your
50%? Jesus. Bikari says, I reset my points pretty often. There are a few places which sell reset potions for 1,000 gold. Ah, I don't think I've ever seen one of those yet. 50%? Jesus. Push him. Let's negotiate.
Give you 25.
Who are you to dictate anything to the king of beggars? 35's as low as we'll go.
You're joking, right? I think, Is 35 as low they'll go? I think 25's reasonable. Don't want to push it. Don't want to piss him off. Harder. Too much.
25's our limit. We'll throw in a discount at the shop.
You're clearly daft, tramp. No deal. Come on, boys.
Fine, no deal.
Fine. No deal.
Geralt, what are you... Wait. All right. Certainly know how to negotiate, concerned friend. Oh, 25 it is, and the discount.
Yeah, there we go.
Agreed.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Called his bluff. Well done.
Oh, tin boy. Too much drink. It softened your bloody mind. This here's Cleaver's territory, you prick whittler.
Now. Let's not... Oh. This is already happening.
Damn it.
Well, okay. Whirl away. Well, those dwarves just died. You're good, you're good. Hang on, where's Hattori gone? Oh wow, they're just knocking me over.
You like that silver? Geralt, quickly!
Geralt, quickly! Well, where are you going, Hattori? Go, 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 go!
Oh, shit. Careful, they could be...
Follow me.
Follow what? Huh? Where are we going? Are we following the thug? Okay, we just made it out. Weird. Oh, you made it out, Tin Boy.
Right. Sure hope there's a payoff at the end of this.
So, supplies. That's something we can count on?
Who'd you take me for? Gave you me word, didn't I? But I'd hire guards if I was you. You never know with Cleaver.
Can you give us any men? I think that's a worthy question to ask.
Can you provide protection?
A few of Cleaver's little shits escaped. Bugger probably already knows everything. I've no men to spare, can't guarantee your safety. If I was you, I'd lay low for a time.
Well, we might be able to do that.
Thanks, Tin Boy.
Down the line, the bosses will make a deal. You'll be left alone. All you gotta do is stay alive till then.
What now?
Here we chat, while your partner's just flown the coop.
Damn it. Hey, wait!
Good luck!
Well, Tin Boy seems very amenable, but Hattori's been spooked quite hard.
Hattori, wait!
Talk to Hattori in his dumpling shop. I think he got a bit too close to the action, and that's, yeah, that can turn anyone off from trying to do business in this kind of environment. Door, where's the door? Excuse me, door, can I have a door? Hattori!
Looks like rain.
Hattori! Open up! Come on. Around we go. Here we are. Knock, knock, knock. Who's home?
Hattori, you in there? Open up.
No chance. Leave me be.
Don't be silly. Let me in.
No, never. I shall stay in here until Middenvern.
That's not what we agreed.
Forgive me, Geralt. That was a mistake. To parley with bandits, make deals.
Too late now. King of Beggars will get you supplies, and then what? You'll have to pay him.
What have I done? Geralt, you must help me.
I already did.
No, I won't. I'm a witcher, not a bodyguard.
Precisely. You must find me a bodyguard. Geralt, I beg you. They'll kill me.
Where am I supposed to find you a bodyguard?
What? Where am I supposed to find you a bodyguard?
There's a mercenary, Sucrus. Often drinks at the Sturgeon. He's an old pirate, a Skelliger. He used to work for me. Huge as an oak. Wouldn't fear a dozen cleavers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you talk to him yourself?
We parted
not on the best of terms.
So why did you
That
cheat him
is
out of
to
it?
say, he demanded a bonus, and I...
Didn't pay him. Great. What now? Am I supposed to pay your dues?
I'm certain you'll find some way to agree. Geralt, please don't leave me this way.
He's being very whiny. Alright. So enlist Sucrus from Skellige as Hattori's bodyguard. Like, I thought the whole point of this was that Hattori was feeling like, you know, dumplings are great, they're a steady income, but it's not like my real passion in life. It's something that is a lot safer than, you know, having to make deals for blacksmiths and forgers and whatnot. And it's just like, why are you whining about it now? Sucrus?
What the fuck are you doing? We weren't done conversing.
Well, he was done.
That a conversation?
Not your plowing business. You need a smack, is that it?
No. Oh. I have to do this. Okay. Ooh, try and do the parry. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Skellige's only resort to violence.
Pathetic.
Bum, ba, ba.
Sorry, but you asked for it. I'm Geralt.
Sucrus, you did well, mate. An ale to patch things. Come, we'll talk inside.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's not like Hattori's going anywhere. Alright, so Golden Sturgeon.
What brings you here, Geralt?
I'm here to hire you. You and the merchant, what did you fight?
You and the merchant. What was that about?
Why my sis wedded that plough and rotter is beyond
Oh, he's
me.
your brother-in-law.
That was your brother-in-law?
Prick-in-law, more like. Sweet talk made first. Skellige mead. We need barrels. We'll be rich men. So, I brought it in. Then he starts going on about unforeseen storage costs, net gross balances, and I don't know what else.
Business and family just don't mix.
Exactly, mate.
Okay. I've got a job for you.
Looking for a bodyguard. Interested?
Why not, if there's coin in it?
Well, there isn't. Not yet.
So we're to barter. Favor for a favor, huh?
I'm gonna kill you, Hattori. Yeah, I guess. What did you have in mind?
My brother-in-law owes me some coin. Get it back and we'll talk.
Okay, easy.
Damn it. I'll do it. Where'll I find him?
Nearby at the docks. You know what? I don't care for his coin all in all. If you don't get it back, I won't mind.
Just
so what
beat
do you
him
want
up.
me to do?
Smash his stock of mead. It was me brought it in from Aunt Skellig.
That a mature thing to do?
Nay, but it's fair.
He's got a point. At least he's not concerned about, like, you know, I don't care if it's mature or immature.
Ramen supper.
As long as it's one of those things where, you know, karmic justice weighs itself out. All makes sense to me. How do I get out? I need to be on a higher level. And is this where the floor is? Oh, there we go. Okay. Convince the Skellige merchant to pay his debts to Sucrus or destroy his goods. Well, I think I'd prefer to get the money, if anything, so don't want to smash up the store of goods. So yeah, we'll see if Geralt can whisper sweet nothings to him or not. Hello!
Greetings. I'm Mr. Sucrus's collector. Come to get...
Mr. Sucrus, the man's a boor. I do not deal with illiterate peasants. Tell him I'll pay just as soon as palm trees sprout on Skellige.
Palm trees grow and... You got a problem with sucrose?
Got a problem with sucrose?
I thought, mead. I shall import mead. Daft idea for a business. The import duties, my bollocks shrivel at the thought. I paid the bastard what we agreed, less half the duties. And palm trees will sooner sprout in Skellige.
Yeah, I know.
They grow in Skellige.
Palm trees have sprouted on Skellige. Now pay up.
It can't be. Of course I shall pay sucrose. A letter of credit acceptable? Redeemable at the Vivaldi's bank? Yes. I'm on my way.
I don't think letter of credit would be suitable for sucrose, but whatever. That was nice. I also guess if you don't have the Axie ability, you don't even get that option to try and convince him, and you have to do the smashing of the store goods. But hey, that's another reason why I've got Axie. Alright, so Sturgeon. And we need to go downstairs. Where are the stairs? Not there. There. Sucrose! We did it.
Greetings.
Aye, Geralt. How you doing?
Doing good.
Took care of it. Trader said he'd give you a letter of credit issued by the Vivaldi's bank.
Is that so? Well done, mate. So who am I to knock off?
Just want you to keep an eye on someone. This swordsmith. Seems you know each other.
I be your Hattori, the elf. Tried swindling me on axes once, the bastard. You working for him?
I'm not
You
working
could
for
say
him.
that. We're trying to dismantle the swordsmithing monopoly in Novigrad.
Oh, noble cause. Well, you're vouching for him. Don't see why not. I'll grab some of the boys and we can go.
Okay. Go where? What does that mean? Alright, well. That's one part done. And now I guess it's just go back to Hattori, and hopefully he should be ready to provide us with blacksmithing services? Hopefully. I mean, he's probably going to see sucrose around, right? So he should know that that means, hey, we did it. So yeah, he should be okay after this. Da, da, da. And Big Harry says, sure, Kappa. Okay. Well, maybe it won't work out quite like that. But we'll see. Let's head to the right first. There we go. This is locked now. Interesting. Why is this locked now? Oh, okay. Weird. Hello! Hattori!
Greetings, Hattori. See, Sucrose already found you. You two agree to something?
Yes, Geralt. I was forced to sell him a few axes at the wholesale price, but I was glad to do it. Thank you.
You accept orders for swords now?
Finally accepting orders for swords again?
Sadly, no. I lack certain crafting supplies.
Well, that's what Tin Boy's going to do for
Let
me.
me guess. Ernst van Horn's got a monopoly on them as well.
Just so. He bought them cheap from sword makers abandoning the trade. Now he hoards them like a squirrel. But if you... No. You'd never agree.
Well, I'm already halfway in through this, so I might as well finish the job.
Where Van Horn keeps his hoard. It's more than he could possibly ever use. We could borrow a little.
Borrow? What are you getting me into, Hattori?
What are you getting me into? Borrow? Don't you mean steal?
Stealing from a thief's no crime.
It isn't? So what is it? Poetic justice? How did I get sucked into this? And why?
It's simple. The best swords you've ever seen. Armor, trebuchet, catapults.
You can't make trebuchets and catapults.
All right. Assuming
Not out
I
of this
agree.
hut.
How do you see this?
Van Horn has his warehouse at the docks. The materials I need are very heavy. You must ask Sucrose to take his boys. One more thing. The crates I need will smell of ammonia.
Alright, well, gather Sucrose and the boys. Sucrose, boys. Best sword for selling, maybe.
Oh, Geralt, how are things?
Well, if they get
got a job
good
for
amount of
us.
gold for them, then yeah.
Great. I was starting to get bored.
Wants us to borrow a few crates from Ernst van Horn's warehouse. They'll smell of ammonia.
Sounds doable. I know where Van Horn stores his goods. The boys and I will go there, look around. Meet us near the Sturgeon.
Fine.
A Witcher with a trebuchet would be
After
great.
dark, of
Yeah.
course. See you there.
Oh dear. No, I can imagine. Well, actually, no. A trebuchet. The whole point of trebuchets and catapults and so on, the strength of siege weapons is the fact that you don't need to get close to whatever it is you're trying to fire it at, right? So, because you're not close to the thing you're trying to fire at, the fact that it takes ages to reload and operate and so on doesn't really necessarily matter. But one person is not going to be able to use a siege weapon. Like, a crossbow is probably the closest thing you'll get to a one-person siege weapon. And Vesemir wouldn't approve of this fighting style, probably.
Alright.
Yeah.
We know all we need to know. Just one guard at the entrance.
I'll take care of him.
Thought you might. Me nose ain't all that sensitive. I'll not find the right crates, so you gotta mark 'em with chalk. We'll get a cart in the meantime.
Fine. What do I do when I'm done?
Just leave the warehouse. Then we'll go in.
Okay. Get into Ernst van Horn's warehouse. So we're just going to sneak around. That's where the guard is. Is there a secret passageway? Seemed like it, but oh well. Right. So. Oh, it just goes into a cutscene. Never mind.
What the hell? It's you! I know you! Mr. Dwarf, this is the thieving swindler I told you about. Are you following me, you scoundrel?
Maybe.
Plowing nonsense. I knows him. It's Witcher Geralt. How goes it, Master Witcher?
This is all good in the hood.
A Witcher? Well, it all makes sense now. Mr. Dwarf, do not listen to him. The bastard will curse us.
You trade aids with Troll. A friend of Yap and Zigrin's a friend of mine. Now sod off for I lose my temper. Now!
Who the hell's Yop and Zigrin?
Abracadabra, hocus pocus.
Oh, the sarcastic irony of that. Oh, that's great.
How goes it, Master Witcher? Anything specific you're looking for in Van Horn's warehouse?
Yeah, actually. Oh, what? Hang on. I thought this dude knows me. 200 gold says Yarpin sends his regards. Axie's just ought to let me in. Gotta get inside. I don't know. This is one of Zoltan's friends from the book in the second Witcher. So I imagine then this 200 gold is like an outstanding debt from the second game? Huh. See, I don't even know what the best option here is. Well, if it's one of Zoltan's friends, then I'll give him money. Why not?
Yarpin Zigrin sends his regards.
By Rune Durin, just don't nick everything. And hurry, get it done while I'm in the privy.
You probably even have a Gwent card of him. Oh, okay. Okay.
Where are those crafting supplies?
Crafting supplies. Where are those crafting supplies?
Must be it.
Hang on. Did I need to do that? That might have been the wrong thing to do. I thought I was going to see like a red marker to say this is the actual thing you need to do. Use your Witcher senses to find the crates. Oh, it's the one underneath. Right, I see. Okay, that's fine.
Does stink of ammonia.
And this one.
That'd be it. Gotta signal them now.
Tell Sucrus to take the crates. Yeah, if he's a friend of Zoltan's, then I'm not gonna worry about that 200 gold.
Whose warehouse this is, goat fucker? Oi, Geralt. It's a bloke Hattori told us about. The bugger who sleeps with Cleaver or something.
Sucrus, why are you here? With the sorcerer? Ah, now I see. That is one hell of a jest you've pulled.
Hattori sent you? That ploughing non-human will be sorry his mother didn't strangle him with his navel string. But first, we'll feed you to the crabs.
Hands off my brother-in-law, swine. Only I can thrash him. Understood?
Brother, let's mop the floor with these plowing Nordlings. Join us, Geralt. Adam.
Adam. Ooh. I guess we're gonna dance.
Give him here, Sucrus.
Twirsach. Oh, they've got weapons out. Okay. Well, never mind then. Geralt's doing his fancy sword fighting techniques. Ah. Cool. The dwarf you paired was a friend of Zoltan's. So, 2 degrees of separation.
This fighter? Sucrus, forgive me. I love you like a brother, you unkempt bugger. Friends?
Course, friends. What good has Becker ever brought us?
Where's that Draka that hit me?
Don't mean to spoil your reunion, but what'll we do with Van Horn?
We'll take him to Skellige before he comes to. Won't be any more trouble to you. And maybe we'll try a new venture. But first we have to move these crates to Hattori's.
True. I had to pay him a visit
Oh,
too.
floating birds in the background. Not going anywhere. Alright. Cool. I'll take those crowns. I'll take that. Any more? You're a dot can. You're not a dead person. Alright. Talk to Hattori about the sword he promised. Yeah, I have a feeling that this sword that Hattori is going to give us... Well, Big Harry has kind of been hinting at it. It's not going to be a great sword, but... oh. Ah, you've unlocked access to a Master Blacksmith Services. You can now forge blades of the highest quality. I have a feeling that this sword is not going to be appropriate to my level now, because it's been a while since I accepted this quest. And Hattori is actually outside. Hattori!
Greetings, Ibeer.
Geralt, you return safe and sound.
I do. You doing all right?
Never better. Once Van Horn had finally left, Cleaver lost interest in swordsmiths. I can forge swords again without fear of my workshop going up in flames.
Woo!
Glad to hear it.
You've no notion how glad I am. Have no need of Sucrus anymore, and can devote myself to what I truly love. I thank you, Witcher.
Hattori will even make you wait. What a prick. Oh, wow. Can you work in peace now?
So now can you craft me something extraordinary?
Naturally. It is what we agreed. Give me a few days, then come by for your new sword.
New sword. Sweet. Return to Hattori later to see if he's finished your sword. Can I do normal blacksmithing with him, though, before then? Yeah, probably. Cool.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings.
Geralt. How might I be of help?
Alright, so, let me see what you got.
What do you have on offer?
I've only got 243 gold now. But he's got a lot of gold, for me. So, let's us... Actually, I should probably do sort. So, sort items by type. Yeah, there we go. So, I've still got better swords. Well, I've got swords on me now, so I can sell this. I can sell that. Because these are all worse than what I've got equipped already. And have cleaned him out of his money. Cool. Alright, well, that's that, I guess. Crafting, though.
Listen, would you...
What do you got for crafting? So let's see. Silver swords? Oh, I can make... Ooh. Faustino. Interesting. Feline silver sword. Yeah, so you can kind of see I've got the Griffin silver sword and the diagram for the Griffin silver sword mastercrafted, but not the superior Griffin silver sword or anything like that. So, you should sell worst weapons first. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get rid of those other ones that was holding on to. So, suppose, well, I'm only level 25, so there's no point trying to, like, make a sword that I'm really far away from actually being able to use. So, yeah. Bremerwood blade, that's worse than what I've already got. Dwarven blade is 45, jeez. Whew. Feline steel sword enhanced. Could get that. Yeah, why not? Let's do this, shall we? So, 2, 3, 4. So I can make the feline steel sword. And then do this. So then I go... Oh, he's only got the one of those? Oh. Can I make a dark steel ingot? Crafting components. Dark steel ingot, yeah. Same price. Okay. So now I've got that. Enhanced feline steel sword. And I can make the superior version as well. I need 3 of those. Okay. So, ooh, no. 3 more dark steel ingots. Crafting component. I guess let's do this. This. And then I can buy more of these. I can make a dark steel ingot. And then, last but not least, I can make a feline steel sword. Sweet. That's nice and ready for me. You'll need to find the other diagrams. I never used anything else other than the Witcher gear in the main game. Well, at least that's ready for me now. Cool. And I think that's probably a good place to call the stream for today. We've got quite a few, like, contracts and side quests cleared out. And I think we are ready for next time to take on some more main quest stuff, because, whew, Ugly Baby's level 19 now, so I need to get on that. So, thanks for watching the stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can follow us at twitch.tv/RiggyRob. You can also subscribe to us because we're Twitch affiliates. If you subscribe, you will help contribute to our Facecam sub point goal, which is in the top right corner of the screen. So when we reach 50 sub points, we will be adding Facecam to our stream. So hopefully that will, you know, change things up a little bit. I was talking with someone on our YouTube comments to say, oh, well, how come you not got as many people watching as you used to? And it's just because that's the nature of things, like people fall away. But hopefully adding Facecam to streams might actually make it a bit more interesting for people to watch us. Who knows? If you've missed our previous Witcher streams, you can catch up on them on YouTube at RiggyRob and Pimmsy Play. So if you type in RiggyRob or Pimmsy into YouTube search bar, you should be able to find it. You can also check out our Patreon. You can also check out our Discord. You can also check out our Twitter. Patreon is just there just because we needed it. Well, didn't need it, but basically we needed to launch it before a certain date to get the original pricing structure. And we might need a Patreon in the future, so I figured might as well make one just in case. Discord, you can get automatically notified when we go live, and we'll talk about different things like the Neo 2 Alpha, which has come out recently, things like that. And Twitter, I will post a manual update to say when, you know, we're going live. We're going live an hour early, an hour late. Streams cancelled, streams going ahead, stuff like that. The next stream we do will probably be tomorrow at 9 PM UK time. And if you check underneath our Twitch stream schedule, you'll be able to see that we have a schedule panel with all the times in your correct time zone, hopefully. So it's usually Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Mondays and Wednesdays is 9 PM UK time. Wednesdays is 5:30 PM UK time. And of course, Sunday is 10 a.m. UK time, so very early on Sundays for Witcher. But yes, tomorrow we'll be doing Sekiro, and it's Bank Holiday Monday actually, so I don't have to worry about going to work. So yeah, tune in for more Sekiro tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching the stream, guys, and we'll see you all next time.